of King of the Desert 2. Before this gets underway, I'd like to say hello to YouTube, hello to Twitch. I want to thank Mem for organizing this event. It's been a great event so far. Really excited to see what the quarterfinals hold for us. We have Mr. Yo in the blue for this set, and he's starting off with the Japanese. And then we have Lix. Lix is playing as the Celts, so two strong infantry civilizations to start it off. And Dave, we have two players who are on the same clan, have played together for years, and they're up against each other in a quarterfinal. What do you think?
Get ready for it, because it's going to repeat itself, boys. Like, we have AM later, we have SY now. It's just Battle of the Brothers today and tomorrow.
Yeah, I think tomorrow will be, so obviously you said today will be Aftermath as well, between Leary and MBL. Tomorrow will be Secret, TaToH and Viper. And then we do have an SY player versus a Frantic player in Yinghua and Fat Dragon. But it is pretty crazy how the matchups lined up like this. I didn't think about that possibility when I first saw the brackets.
So what do you think about the civs here? I'd give Japanese the nod early, but then it kind of shifts into Celt's favor, right?
Yeah, it just comes down to if Celts can get a big boom going. If they can get to a couple castles and World Raiders, they're pretty much the favorite. But Japanese are more flexible early on. Japanese can do more in Feudal and Castle Age before Celts get to that point. And especially Mr. Yo, I think Mr. Yo can make use of that flexibility. We'll start with the maps. We have Mr. Yo here. King of the Desert 2 maps can be really lopsided sometimes, but this is good for him. My goodness. And this large wood line on the left-hand side. His gold's there as well. He can easily wall in the gold. Confident start for him with the Borlore as well. He used the TC trick. Dude, I just love this base. The only questionable thing is the stones. The stones are really far forward, yeah.
Yeah, if Lix decides to come forward with some towers, like if he gets a tower on that main gold in the wood there, and then presses in through that side, I don't know. There's no... The only other gold access for Yo is at the very back.
Well, the thing is that Japanese will have the edge going into Feudal Age because they get the faster attacking man-at-arms. So I think that because Japanese have the eco flexibility and the fact that they have cheaper lumber camps, cheaper mills, all of that, they should probably be on the offensive early Feudal. So for Yo, that's good, but of course if he loses control, then he could lose his stones. Now looking at Lix's base, first of all, Lix is about to lose 2 of his goats. His base is so much worse. So much worse in comparison, man. I mean, this is what I'm talking about with these maps. Yo has 3 woodline options on the left, a safe gold, a gold in the back, zebras close to his mill. Then you look at Lix. His zebras are beyond a woodline. His main gold's forward on a hill. His secondary gold is to the left. This is such a worse map for Lix, in my opinion.
Oh, he just found the goats again. So Yo came forward like that because if you look at the back of his base, he didn't have to push the zebras. They're already pretty close to the mill.
Yeah. Yeah.
So he came forward really quickly. Still hasn't found Lix's main base. But Lix did find those 2 goats that Yo tried to snag earlier.
Well, that's good. That's good. He already had built a farm because he had lost that food. So I think they'll be on even terms with resources. The player positions are a bit weird as well. It's like the right side of the map is not even important. The left side of the map's not important. It's just right up the center here. And this happens a bit more often with King of the Desert 2 as well. But Lix finally finds Yo. And Yo's building the barracks. This is definitely going to be man-at-arms for him. And I imagine Lix has to do the same. The best way to defend for man-at-arms is to make man-at-arms. I think that stone is going to be the talking point, Dave. If Yo's able to go forward with some towers or just secure that stone in general, I think he'll be in a nice position. And then the stones for Celts as well. Lix will need a safe stone if he ever wants to get to World Raiders and Castle Age onwards.
Yeah, both these civs kind of need stone. When you're going into Imperial Age anyway.
Yep.
Imagine Japanese without a castle. Ooh.
Yeah, and then Celts without a castle. What do you genuinely can't do much as Celts without your World Raiders against Japanese, because Japanese can go Arbalest, Skirmishers. They have so many strong options that would counter Celts. Celts don't get Arbalest themselves. They don't get fully upgraded Skirmishers. They get pretty weak Paladins, so they need their infantry.
Well, do you think these guys have the same build order? 1 second apart?
Yeah.
For man-at-arms? Click up?
Both 2 on gold. Now, this is where the Japanese flexibility still pays off because you have the cheap mining camps. the cheap lumber camp, so he can actually, Yo can build an archery range a bit earlier. Then again, you have to consider that as the game goes on, Celts, they chop wood faster, and then the cheap mining camps and lumber camps won't matter much for Japanese. So this Civ matchup is really interesting, Dave, because they're so similar, and there are different bonuses that kick in at different times.
Yeah, I think the Celts and Japanese, I think it probably evens out by the time they get to an archery range.
Yeah, maybe.
I think with the wood bonus and the saving wood bonus on economic buildings, they'll probably be able to drop it at the same time. And it's funny, too, because they also both have a bonus on their infantry. Yes. So Lix can run faster, but Yo can attack faster.
It's pretty crazy. Now, Yo is not stopping with 3 militia. He's going for 4 militia. So this is the first time we've seen a difference in the styles. But Lix is the one going forward. And this is quite nice. If Yo doesn't spot this, well, it really depends what happens here. Yo has to decide to either to go back, or he just flat out won't see it, and he'll be going forward. And right now, Lix is aware that Yo is running forward with his militia, and he's going to still commit to the berries. This is interesting.
Lix dropping an archery range and a blacksmith right away, and 2 houses. So that wood bonus kind of kicking in there.
Yeah, and the man-at-arms will hit the berry villagers, and Yo loses a vill. Keep in mind, both of these guys are from China, so there's very little lag between them. And Yo will recover with a gate. Can he gate all of this? Yes, Age of Gates, man. Those gates bail him out. And well played, Lix, though. He gets the vill kill, and he keeps himself safe at home for now.
Yeah, that's a big investment from Yo there. Those gates really won't do anything later, whereas Lix's walls at the front secures that gold, secures the wood line for later attacks. And now he's just going to wall to the TC. Really great defense here from Lix.
Yeah, solid defense. And as we said, Dave, in the last matchup, Lix looks solid. And we normally see the Fat Dragon style from him. Normally we see a bit different things. And he actually went through to the mill. And Yo just doesn't look good at home, and he can't do any damage to Lix. He's running into the town center.
This is very un-Yo-like.
Wow. It's almost like first game of the day, Yo. But Lix is on point at the moment.
Lix hasn't done anything wrong yet.
Yeah. 3 kills, 0 deaths. He's now using his scout. Dude, I'm getting hyped. The way Lix is playing this is setting up for an awesome series, because as you said, Yo is definitely the favorite here. A solid start, and excellent Archer Micro and Scout Micro, and now he's bringing Yo into the TC. I mean, this is virtually flawless from Lix at the start.
Well, he did just lose all 3 of his men-at-arms, so back it up just a little bit, okay?
Well, I guess at that point there was no way out for them, right? But, okay, so now what do? They make archers and skirmishers, and this is where I think Celts are a bit stronger, because they are chopping wood faster, there's more lumberjacks. It's a fine balance of how many archers and skirmishers you make, because Lix is making archers because he needed to kill those man-at-arms, but then Yo can make skirmishers, and both seem to have 4 archers at the moment, so again, very, very even.
Yeah, you also got to factor in how good your opponent's map is, too. Like, if you have a lot of scouting, and you know you can push in, then you invest in more skirmishers, right? So you can put that pressure on early, but if they can just wall against your skirmishers and get up to castle early to counter them, then maybe you want to just go archers and then think about clicking up yourself.
Yeah, and I think coming back to the maps now, Yo's map is so much more secure. The woodline and the gold is definitely safe for Feudal Age, and he will continue his walls there, and once Yo gets these walls up, there will be very little Lix can do. Yo, knowing that, is staying at home. No fletching for him yet, and it is fletching for Lix, so Lix might be able to fight him, but of course Yo can just run to the TC. So I think that this will probably go Feudal Age to Castle Age. This comes down to if anyone can do any damage now, and more importantly, what is your economy like? How many farms are you building? How quickly can you get the click up to Castle?
Lix has got to be really careful he doesn't lose his army, because he only has that one wood line.
Yep.
He only has that wood option, and if he loses that, if Yo comes forward and ranges that area, he's done. Like, he's got to go to the left, and that's so exposed out there to the left. Yeah, so I think his strategy should be to just, like, save military and mass up.
Yeah, I was just going to say, as Yo runs after him, this is where game sense comes into play. And Lix sensed that Yo would be coming before he saw him, but still he's lost 1 archer. And that lion's attacking a weak archer. Okay, I think he'll be fine. He just needs to use the other group to kill the lion. Yeah, he'll be fine. And Yo can't fight this. Alright, so 5 kills, 5 deaths for both players. Not a lot in this one now, after the strong start from Lix. I really don't like his walls, Dave. It's pretty much all he could have done, but his walls are... Everything's so close to his base, it doesn't secure much.
Well, it's just the map, right? He can't wall to the edge of the map. Even if he does, that wall is just... It's so long and unprotected that Yo could get through right away, right?
Exactly. So he's doing the best thing he can do with the map, and he gets another kill here. And you know what? He's holding the hills with his archers as well. So making archers and skirms. I think if Lix can get to Castle Age at the same time as Yo, he'll have a lead here, because he could build the siege workshop on the hill and pressure his Celts, and it's right on top of those stones.
He's going to get there before Yo, I think. If I'm looking at the eco right now, he's getting wheelbarrow. He's got enough gold.
Lots of farms.
Yep.
But here's the crazy thing, man. Lix is sitting with his army between Yo and his TC, and that is where the stones are for Mr. Yo.
Yep.
Like, it is literally right smack. He's sitting right smack in the middle between them, and Yo's stones are rangeable.
No, one of those stones is Lix's. Yo's other stone is way off to the right in the Sahara Desert.
Oh my god. Oh jeez. Well, at least it's even. They both have one stone there. Look at what Lix is doing. He's sending a skirmisher to the hill he just left, just to see where Mr. Yo is. He spots Mr. Yo, and now he's going towards his palisade wall next to the gold. Lix playing really well.
If I was Yo, I would let him in here.
Yeah, this is a bit risky from Lix, isn't it?
And then see, yeah, Yo's gonna come over and engage, but if I'm Yo, I know that I can't really take a decent fight there. Lix is just gonna run away. You let him kill that wall, you let him go in, and then you trap the exit.
You gate him, yeah. Oh, the villager's there to repair the palisade. The villa's gonna die. Man,
that's sloppy.
Lix has been the more offensive player. Yo has just been waiting to respond to Lix. And now Lix will realize, okay, Yo's here. Let's back away. Let's try and micro a bit.
He's up.
Wow.
Should be up.
Yeah, he's outplaying Mr. Yo. Mr. Yo is known as the best Chinese player in the world, known as the top 3, top 4 player, number 3rd seed going into this event. And all right, Lix is up.
He delayed that by about 30 seconds there because he was microing his army. I don't know if that'll count.
Yeah, I don't know if it'll matter much. Yo is still behind here. And this could be because he didn't get to bring in his zebras. This could be because he was idled so much at the start of Feudal Age. I think he might have got the zebras in the end anyway, but they were delayed. And I think Lix needs a bit more patience now. It's a lot of army from Yo. And wow, a staple.
Do you go for Elite Skirmisher as Lix? I like the stable edition from Yo. He sees how many skirmishers are in Lix's army. He knows that Lix can't go just full crossbow.
Yep. Oh,
but he's throwing away his archers.
What on earth is Yo doing here? Both players are adding a stable, by the way. Both players recognizing that there's a lot of skirms. And there's a lot less archers now for Yo. Lix outplaying Mr. Yo in game 1. He'll have a minute and 21 second advantage to the next stage. He will deny the stable as well. And Dave, I think you go Elite Skirm, you go Crossbow, and you go Knights. You have to go aggressive. And Lix is doubling down. He's going for 2 stables.
Look at this little dance between the villagers. She's trying to get that stable up. Lix is holding the front of Yo's base.
Oh, Lix could stop that. He would have been so good to stay there on the hill.
Double stable from Lix.
Yeah. Well, I think he has the eco for it. The only thing he'll need is a bit of wood. Bit of wood for Elite Skirm, but then the rest is food and gold for the upgrades. So let's see. Bodkin Arrow comes in.
He's going forward with a villager too. Is he going to drop a siege workshop? If he pressures that area near the gold, if he successfully takes control of that, it's bad news bears for Yo.
And Yo knows he's behind, and he's going for a risky move, Dave. Look where his archers are going. He's sending the archers right to that wood line from Lix. This could pay off. He's about to hit Castle Age himself.
Lix sees it. He sees it, I think.
Well, what can he do? He doesn't have Elite Skirm yet. He doesn't have any military back.
Got some knights coming.
Okay, some knights are on the way.
He's got to engage that before their crossbows, though.
That's the thing. Yo's timing on this is nice.
And he's going to that little nugget of wood on the left. No, man. He's got no wood.
Yeah.
This is what I was talking about earlier.
Smart play from Yo, though, because if he kept his army at home, he would have just lost it by now, or wouldn't have been doing anything. And it's now Elite Skirm and Crossbow on the way for Mr. Yo, and Lix, he doesn't have the wood to get elite skirm. He doesn't even have crossbow. He's struggling because of this, but here come knights, and they do have scale barding. 5 knights with scale barding. What do you think, Dave? Can the knights take this?
Yeah, for sure. It depends where Yo sits, though.
If this was a Chinese player versus a European player, then Yo's crossbows die. But with very little lag, maybe Yo can micro this a bit more, but yeah, he'll end up losing them.
Doesn't matter how much micro you have. 3 versus 2 knights? No, you're not gonna.
So Lix can get his wood line back. He has a small Vil lead. He definitely has the map control. He has a Mangonel there. He hasn't used it yet. Yo is going for his own knights.
Look at this monastery edition. That is...
From both. At the same time.
Yep.
Ooh, and I think it's tough to balance out how many skirmishers, how many archers, how many knights you can make. It's a huge investment from both. They both have the same knight upgrades.
I like the fact Lix didn't go for the elite skirmisher upgrade first. He invested in the counter units to the units that Yo would make to counter his elite skirmisher.
Oh my god, this is so much better for Lix. So much better. He had more knights there. He denies the monastery, killing the villager. Yo is in trouble, and this is all before the Mangonel attacks the wood line and the gold from Yo. Yo is in big, big trouble here. 10 population behind. He's being overwhelmed by the knights. Of course, Lix will have the monastery. Yo will not. Wow. And the stable will just be taken out. I think that Lix should do that.
Yeah, just kill the stables for sure. And he's got a battering ram coming forward as well to soak up fire.
And there go the knights from Yo. Well played, Yo. He picked off the monk, and he picked off the Mangonel, but still a rough situation for him, isn't it?
The gate's open. Oh, it was open.
It was open for a second.
Still no +2 from Lix, so even if he runs in there, gonna have a rough time around that TC area.
Is he adding TCs at home, or has he sold the stone, or what? Oh no, he is adding some TCs. Okay.
He's adding a TC in the one spot that he really needed. He really needed a second wood line.
Yeah, good point. So he kills the stable. He will kill the next stable at this rate. Yo is relying on mainly crossbows to chew up these knights, but it's difficult because Lix, of course, can add the Mangonel. And Lix has a Vil lead. He has double the military of Yo, and he's killing the production buildings of Yo. Yo is behind. It's tough to come back from these situations, especially with these maps where there's not a lot of resources to run to.
Yeah, Yo has only 1 TC. Lix is on 2 TCs. Yo has less military. He was forced to drop a siege workshop in defense.
Yeah.
Like, what advantage does Yo have here?
I think what Yo needs is to mass the crossbows to focus down the knights, but it's just a really tough task against Celt Siege. So he has enough crossbows now to kill these knights. He's doing that. So it depends on the micro for Mr. Yo. This is still possible for him. Also, he has that 1 knight counter-attacking. Okay, so he'll kill a villager there.
Oh, that's so annoying.
Yeah. So typical for someone like Yo to send that out as well. Just 1 single knight. I think that's one of those things that it's kind of a Chinese trademark as well. I don't know, Dave. I think Yo can do this with proper micro. With proper micro, I think that he can do this still, but it's not going to be easy. Lix has invested resources into town centers, and he doesn't have the Mangonels he would need now, so it's possible that his control of this game drops off a bit.
He's still got quite a few knights, though. Yo's got to be very, very careful here.
Well, Yo sees these knights and the crossbows, and he kills them. I think Lix forgot about those units. And Yo is starting to take some map control. I think that Lix just didn't prioritize enough Mangonels. He made the knights, but he needed the Mangonels with the knights, and now he's falling back. Remember, his gold is forward. He can't lose ground here. Not with this map. Mr. Yo is doing a great job now, but there's a lot of knights from Lix.
And there's a Mangonel coming from behind. Okay, Yo's got to be careful about that one, too.
Oh,
there it is.
Yo splits away from it, and he's forced to engage versus the Mangonel. And he'll kill it, but at what cost? And now he's losing all of his crossbows. Well calculated from Lix in the end, and he pushes right back.
That was some great micro there from Yo, though. You got to give credit for that.
Yeah. But at the same time, I mean, obviously he didn't receive a big Mangonel shot, but the army died in the end, right? So it's tough for the guy. Now he's going for chain barding. He's adding another stable, and he knows he needs some knights of his own. Fortunately for him, Japanese do get bloodlines. That's something that Celts do not get. So at least with full castle age upgrades, Japanese are a bit better with the knights. But of course, Celts, they have the ability to make mass crossbows because they have the wood upgrades. Also, they could go for pikemen as well if need be. Right now, you don't need to do that.
Lix seems hesitant to invest in more knights. Like, he's not getting the armor upgrade. He's making more, but he's not really investing into the knight line because he knows he can't transition with it as Celts.
Yeah, and to me, it's still a game where Yo can come back. If he gets enough knights, the stables are hidden. So, Lix, as far as he knows, Yo is just going with crossbows. But that is not the case here. Now,
Lix just lost most of his crossbows, too.
Yeah, and there's a Maganel from Yo, and Yo will get a shot off. Well played, Mr. Yo. So again, I think Mr. Yo has a chance, Dave.
Yeah, I feel like Lix should have got the +2 way earlier.
He went for eco.
Yeah.
He went for eco, 3 TCs. He also has stone to build a castle. Normally, having stone for a castle this early is a bit weird, but I think on a map like this, you need a defensive castle, so it makes more sense.
Well, wait a sec. Is he exploring with a ram on the right side? He is. Okay, guys. Rams have, like, negative line of sight. Like
That is pretty funny, man. I don't know why he's done that. Why is the ram on the right-hand side? Again, no other caster in the world, no other co-caster in the world would notice the ram. Dave, where is that thing going? Oh my god.
Well, I don't know. Yo's pushing back on the front, though, so you should probably... I'll keep an eye on the ram.
Dave will give us a ram update in a few minutes. Okay, so Lix adds that stable immediately after seeing that Yo has fully defense upgraded knights. This could be tough for Lix. I think he needs to build a castle. I think he needs to hold this in Castle Age, because while he has a 10 Vil lead, that could easily change. Yeah, I don't think Lix can fight this right now.
Lix, he needs a castle in the front. That's for sure.
Yep.
He's got enough stone for it.
And Lix chooses to fight this. He goes after the Maganels. He runs into stronger knights. He's lost one monk. Can he get a conversion here?
He can take this, I think. What? No. He doesn't have the +2. He should have got the +2.
Yo's going to destroy him in this fight. That was a bad fight.
And he's dropping that castle way too late, man.
Oh, God.
With not enough villagers.
Oh, God. He's sending more vills. What is happening? No. Lix. He played so well in this game, but could he lose it now? Yo sees the castles there. He hasn't sent any crossbows that way yet. Now he is. Oh, God.
Wall it up.
You can't wall that, man. You can't wall that. You'd have to be so quick. He's losing vills. He's losing his monks. Yo takes control of the game, and the comeback is on. The comeback is on. The vill count's going to even out. Lix, I'm surprised he's even going to get this castle up.
He seems very unconcerned that the castle almost didn't go up.
I know, man. I feel like Yo could have stopped that there, but he was paying attention elsewhere, I guess. And okay, the castle goes up. I thought for sure that the villagers building that castle would just die. Huh.
Lix is about to get his 3rd relic, too. So he's got map control for the time being. He's got a castle now, which is what you want as Celts. He's almost got enough stone for a 2nd castle. He's dropping some barracks now. He's finally he's getting +2. Finally.
Yeah, it's a bit late, isn't it? Just a bit. Yeah, at one point he had 700 gold and 0 food. He could have bought some food to balance out his eco.
Uh-oh, Yo's going to the left side. Lix has nothing there.
Yeah, this reminds me of Feudal Age, where Lix was in the position to really dictate the pace of the game, and Yo is now.
But Yo's got a TC on the right side, and Lix has knights there. I don't think
It'll
he's
go
gonna
up.
be. Oh, it's gonna be too late for that.
Yep, it goes up. Now, how much damage is Yo doing versus Lix? Not much, really. This is getting messy for both players. 30 idols for Lix and only 15 for Yo. And okay, here's another TC from Yo. This one will be denied. There we go, Lix. A 20 vil lead now.
Yep.
He's really booming, Dave.
And there's a hole on the wood line into Yo's base as well if Lix loops around that way. They've chopped through.
And there's a hole at Lix's base as well. And man, this map is just not doing him any favors here. Somehow he's outboomed Yo, though. It's got to be the power of the Celts.
Yeah, if Lix gets a castle on either one of the flanks, probably on the left flank is a better spot.
Yep.
He's got the pikeman upgrade now. He's got enough of an eco to sustain that production. I feel like he can just hold on through this castle age aggression from Yo.
I think the concern is, will he have the food eco to go imp? I think that while Yo has less villagers, Yo has had safe farmers, and Yo has 900 food. So I agree. I think that Lix will have more vills. He can probably get the second castle up between the TCs on the left. But for me, the way I see this game developing is that Yo will still have a faster Imperial. And Yo, if he gets a castle up, gets Arbalest and starts trebbing down Lix's castles before Lix is even up, that could be a concern for him. And again, these wood lines. Lix is wood line. Yo clicks up to imp, and Yo is back on the wood line. And okay, he finally... Lix finally has an answer to this, and Yo just runs. It's hard to transition as Celts here, Dave. It's really hard against Arbalest.
They're very slow. Very, very slow transitions. But that castle! What?
Oh, well, that helps. That helps. How many vills is he sending to this? Is he going to send a casual 5? Please tell me he's sending more.
Send the boys. Send them all. He's sending more. He's sending 5 women from the left side as well.
Okay, so 10 villagers running forward. He realizes that Yo might be up to the Imperial Age. That's a ballsy castle, man. I don't know if this can go up. This could be the game if he doesn't get it up. Oh, God. There's knights on the right, and there's crossbows on the left for Yo. This is risky business, man.
Send the villagers from that stone. Send everything. You gotta get this, man. You've invested.
And the Mangonel's on the way. I don't know if Yo can stop this. I think Lix will get it up. Oh, Yo commits for the Mangonel. Now he'll use his knights versus the villagers, I think. And yes, he does.
I think that's a waste of military.
There's another battering ram coming out.
Okay.
Oh, might go down the vills, Yo.
Lix can always send more from that stone. Yo is sending his villagers from the right side, that gold, all the way to the corner to where the ram is, so hopefully they build a building and the ram kills him.
Oh my god, that would be hilarious. Keep me updated, please. The knights from Lix go into Yo's base. Lix will get that castle up with 3 villagers. Oh, did Yo just wall in the ram? Did he just wall in the ram with palisades? That's not how this works, Yo. Why would you wall in a siege unit which can kill... That's ridiculous. That is ridiculous. That is one of the most ridiculous plays I've seen in competitive AoE2. That's hilarious. Well, anyway, back to the castle, Dave. This is the problem I mentioned earlier. Lix is not an imp, but he has excellent map control now.
Where's the gold from Yo? Where's it coming from?
It's coming from the back.
He's got the right
that
side
corner
where he accidentally found that gold.
It's crazy how he found that. Here's the deal. Where's Yo's Arbalest? Okay, Yo's Arbalest is going to the left, and he's going to drop a castle there. I don't think Lix can stop this. Oh, he is.
Lix is dropping a castle of his own. He's still got the knights over there. He's finally killing that TC, going to kill the villagers underneath it.
Yep.
And he's probably going to bring those knights back over to the left-hand side.
I think
maybe
both castles go up here. The issue for Lix is he does not have an answer to Arbalest. And
he's about to click up.
Yeah, so he needs to delay. And his golds are also here on the left.
Do you even engage that, or do you just ignore that side and push into Yo's eco? That's what
yeah, I guess you use your knights, get some value out of the knights, and go into Yo's eco. But I think the knights will soon die, right? Against the Arbs. Oh, use the mobility of them, maybe send them to the back of the eco. I'm more worried for Lix than I am for Yo, simply because of Yo's Arbalest power spike, but he hasn't used it yet.
It's really hard for him though, because his units aren't as mobile, and he really doesn't have a nice launching point for the attack. Like, he's got 2 archer ranges, and the other archer range is right under a castle. So like, how's he gonna mask that, right?
Yep.
He's going back into stables now for light cav.
So light cav and Arbalest for him. Again, Dave, gold is a big problem. Lix does not see... No, actually, he does. Oh, Dave, he sees the gold in the corner, and he's going there. He sees his ram is walled in. The ram scout has paid off, man. And the knights will arrive on the gold. Fortunately for Yo, he has the TC. But wow. Okay.
That's the only gold that Yo is taking. Because Lix is taking his secondary now in the forward. He's run out of the one in the back. Lix has 3 relics. Yo doesn't have any.
And Lix is going to castle that gold as well. Not much Yo can do against that. I don't know where the Vils are coming from to build that castle. There they go. And Lix is losing his castle on the left-hand side to the trebuchets from Mr. Yo. I think Lix can... Well, I think Yo can kill this, Dave. I think he can get some gold back. He has more military, 24 military. What can Celts do against Arbalest? Nothing right now. That's the concern.
Right now.
Right now, exactly.
They can do a lot of things, especially with all that gold that Lix has.
Yeah, it's funny enough, the food eco. Because he would probably want to go Woad Raiders. He does not have the resources to go Woad Raiders. He doesn't even have the resources to click Onager. And as you know, against a player of Yo's quality, Onager can even be risky because of the micro.
Knights are into Yo's base again. Being really annoying.
Yeah, I like how Lix has made use of the Knights. And Castle Age was a bit weird. He didn't get +2, remember? But now he's doing a good job. And he also has castled that gold. His ram is going to die, unfortunately.
No.
140 population for Yo, 120 for Lix. And Yo is getting some more control over this game. He actually has more villagers. It's just lack of map control in some areas.
Once those Woads come out, say goodbye to all those Trebs if Yo is still on the left-hand side with the Arbalest.
Yep.
They're quick to create. He already has 10 of them.
10 of them versus 35 military from Yo. What Yo needs to do is split up his arbs now. Get the gold on the left, but split up his arbs. There's a lot of exposed resources for Lix. Look at this 1 gold, Dave, for Lix. This is how messy his eco is. That gold in the back of his base is just disgusting. Where are the Woad Raiders? Yeah, maybe he can get enough of them. Maybe, just maybe. Yo is actually going to defend his trebuchets. Oh, this is such a good game. A great comeback from Mr. Yo to get back into this position, I have to say. But great map control from Lix. And Lix calls it. Lix just gives it up.
Wow.
115 population for him. He doesn't have the eco to fight this. I think it's still an early GG. But I think he realized he can't fight Arb with Elite Woad Raider.
I think he should have just tried to raid. Tried to do something.
I think his concern was he will probably lose this castle because he can't kill the trebuchets. That will leave him on just 1 castle to produce Woad Raiders. And Mr. Yo, I don't know. I don't like the GG. I think it was too early. 3 relics for Lix, extra gold for Lix. I mean, I could see how the game could have developed more into Yo's favor, but it still hadn't happened yet.
I think if you're looking at Lix's point of view, like from our point of view, looking at the numbers, it looks fairly even. But from his point of view, like he didn't even have a wood line.
He actually had 1 TC.
He had was on the right side. Yeah, he only had 1 TC. It was completely open. Like that gold at the back was completely open.
He lost his ram as well. Without the ram, I don't know what he could do.
Yep.
Well, what a game. What a game. Mr. Yo gets the win at 205 kills for him. I think where things went wrong for Lix was he didn't get chain barding armor on his knights. That one fight that he took uphill against chain barding armor knights, I believe Yo even had forging and Lix did not. That was just a bad fight. He went forward with the castle, but again, when he did that, his eco setup was not at the point where he could be in the Imperial Age, and Yo took advantage of his momentum. Close game, though. This series is going to be freaking awesome.
You should send a message to Dodge. Try and get sponsored. Dodge Ram.
Dodge Ram? I did. They said they don't see enough Ram scouting, and I told Lix ahead of time that if he sent the Ram forward to scout, that I might get a sponsorship. So I'll give Lix 10%. We'll make it happen.
And Yo was jealous. That's why he walled.
Exactly. All right, guys. So if you missed it earlier, here are the civilizations they have remaining. Welcome everyone to stream, of course, on YouTube. You can see it as well. Yo just used Japanese, and we just saw Celts from Lix. So it's Vikings, Chinese, Mongols, Mayans available for Yo. It is Indians, Franks, Berbers, and Byzantines for Lix. Now, there's the civilizations they have left for this best of 5. Yeah, at this point, I'm not going to add it, Robrisk. At this point, I'm probably just not going to add it. Okay, here we are, game number 2 in King of the Desert 2 between Yo and Lix. This is a quarterfinal, and we have Chinese for Yo in the blue, and we have Byzantines. Oh, I'm excited to see how Byzantines is played here. Byzantines for Lix, and again, the players are right in the center of the map. They're really close together, and I'll start off with Mr. Yo. This time, Mr. Yo's map is not near as good. His main gold, his second, his third gold are all pretty tough to control. Even his second stone is way out here. That's ridiculous. His main stone is ridiculous.
Yeah.
The only thing is the fact that he has back berries and 2 woodlines, Dave.
And the fact that Lix is actually almost in the middle of the map. Like, this is not, when you're Byzantines, this is not a space that you want. You want wood when you're Byzantines.
Yeah.
You want wood and food. This is not a safe space for this civilization.
Well, normally the way you play Byzantines is to wall heavily. You're definitely right about that. Wall heavily, and then you need a safe wood line, and then you basically just make trash. I don't see that being a possibility on these maps. These maps are just disgusting. Lix's main gold on a hill. Main stone on a hill. Secondary gold is there, and third gold for him is, okay, way on the back. But it's not like you can town center that either, so a bit rough.
Lix's lumber camp is like so close to the middle of the map. It's it's ridiculous, man.
Yeah.
It's like a lumber camp you make like an hour and a half into the game when you're trying to secure wood in the middle, you know?
I think that was his biggest concern last game, was the lack of wood. I think if Yo had a similar map to Lix, Yo loses the game. Oh, is Lix going to lame? Does he see the villager? Lix, will he lame? Oh, he sees the villager.
Get in front.
MBL style. Remember, no lag between these players.
Get in front.
Now, Yo could actually block the boar himself. Yes,
Has
Yo
loom.
is doing it. Yo is doing it.
Loom.
Yo's blocking the boar. Oh, no. He blocked his own vill. Oh, he tried to block the boar. And Yo just types a dot in the chat. And I think he'll call a restart. Yeah, now his villagers go to the goats. And he calls a re. Wow. So that's really good, actually, for Lix. Because his map, of course Yo's map was bad, but his map wasn't great. And just the fact that Yo will not be able to call a restart ever again in this best of 5 is a big deal. And also, it seems like Yo was a bit tilted by that. What do you think?
Well, like, especially with loom. When that happens to your villager and your villager has loom, that's just, like, and especially when you're Chinese. The whole thing about Chinese is that you're going to get that villager and a half lead on your opponent because you start with the extra ones, right? And then as soon as you lose a vill, well, it's gone.
Well, same civilizations. They will, of course, play on King of the Desert 2 Arabia, and there would just be a different map gen. So tons of people are asking questions about restarts. It's very simple. You get 1 restart per best of 5, regardless of the reason. You can do it because you didn't like your map. You can do it because you lost a vill. You can do it because you had a perfect start and just felt like doing it anyway. I don't know. I mean, it doesn't matter the reason. They don't have to say what the reason is. In that case, they called the restart right before 4 minutes, or Yo did, which is the appropriate time.
Didn't you see the reason was he typed dot?
He typed dot. That's what it was. It had nothing to do with losing the bill. But yeah, it would be 4 minutes, right? So you can't call it 15 minutes into the game. It's the 4-minute in-game point. And I think Yo called it at 3 minutes and 55 seconds. Okay, so now what Lix can do is he can run forward immediately at any point on the next couple games and lame. So he could steal pigs, he could steal goats. Yo can never call a restart. So that's advantage Lix for sure. That could benefit him in the next game, could benefit him in the game after that, because he can take more risks. And if the risks don't pay off, then he has his restart available. Okay, and of course, same civilizations. Yo, Chinese. This time his map I like a bit more because he's closer to the edge of the map, so he can wall easier. And his gold is on the back. And then we have Byzantines again for Lix, and Lix's map is a bit better as well. At least he can wall this one.
Yeah, I mean he's got a safe back gold. It's really safe back gold. Oh my goodness.
Yep.
Safe main stone. The berries are right next to the wood line.
Yeah, berries on the back. This is decent. Listen, the only time we're going to see a fantastic map for any player in this tournament is tomorrow when Viper plays. So probably 3 out of the 5 games tomorrow, Viper will have a couple back golds and stones. But for everyone else, they're not going to get those map packs. So this is as good as it will get for both of them, I think. Let's look at the golds, though. Yo's main gold is here. His secondary gold is here, and his third gold is a bit to the south of the TC. And then he has 2 stones. His main stone's forward. His second stone is on the left.
Lix is coming forward right away, as you said.
Yep.
Gonna try and lame. He's gonna find a goat right away.
Yep, free food. Now Yo will probably realize that goat is gone and try and send his scout over.
Lix, go left.
Well, he doesn't know exactly where his opponent is. Remember, the map gens are weird, so he sees the four tile gold.
He's got to know he's left. He's got to know he's left.
Yeah, he wouldn't be to the right, would he?
No.
Yo needs to get his goats underneath the TC. Okay, there we go. I doubt that any more damage will be done with the lame. It's just a matter of if Lix will run into the TC or not. He's
going to see the boar.
Nah, you can't steal this. Yo, if you steal a boar in this position, you have to expect that Yo's scout is going to be waiting for it.
Oh, he doesn't see the boar. 1 tile. 1 tile.
Okay, so he doesn't see it.
Move.
Oh, Lix gets the first hit. This is so good, man. This is so good. Yo can't fight this one. If Yo fights this, he loses his scout. And if he runs, then he can't push in his zebras. Why is Yo fighting this? Okay, he'll get to the hill. Ah, I like it.
He's going to wait for the villager to come out for the boar. Watch, he's going to see her. And he's just going to be super annoying about it. Just delay it as long as you can.
And the last thing you want in this situation is to attack, let the Vil hit you, because then Yo's scout can attack you. So be as annoying as possible. Wow, he's done so much damage here. I love it.
Yo's just like, no, not dealing with this right now. He sends her to the berries. He's just taking goats. That's so harmful to your early build. And now Lix is going to go disrupt the zebra push.
Oh, and he got another hit as well. So 15 HP versus 9 HP. And now another villager's coming out here to take the pick. Now, I don't think that Lix should commit to actually laming. These villagers have loom.
He's coming back. He sees it.
Yeah, but Yo can fight. That's the thing. See, now I don't... Oh, that's so bad. No. That's what I expected to happen. Why even try it? He got too greedy, man. He got too greedy. He had already delayed. No sense in letting Yo get the hits in there. And now Yo's just fine. Yo can still push in his zebras. Ah, it was way too greedy. Good damage done, though.
Lix knows where most of his res is. He sees the stone, the gold, and the wood lines. So he's fine in terms of scouting his own
his
base.
resources, yep, he's fine.
He just doesn't see the secondaries at the back. And that actually... It might take him a while to find those secondary gold locations.
Yeah. Well, I'm a bit disappointed there, actually, because that was a perfect example of what you could do immediately after your opponent calls a re. Lix had a 2-hit advantage with his scout. I think that he had already delayed the boar. He should have just acted like he was going to attack, not actually do it. And that was smart play from Yo, realizing he had loom. He could use his boar villager to attack the scout and then finish it off. And now he can push in the zebras. Man, if Lix wouldn't have lost that scout, Yo would never push in these zebras. So he will get a couple hundred food advantage because of the fact that Lix threw away his scout.
Yeah, but Lix has 1 extra pop space, so...
Yep, this is true. This is true.
You got it. Glass half full, you know?
Look at the positives, guys. Look at the positives. Barracks up for Lix, 2 to gold for him. Will be man-at-arms.
I don't like putting villagers in, like they're safe, but if archers come along, those vills are dead. Yeah,
if archers come along, or towers, of course this won't be towered, but I agree. The villagers are trapped in there unless the mining camp is deleted. And then Yo is he going for scouts here? He's not going to gold. He has plenty of food. I think this will be a scout build, which is a bit risky, I think, against Byzantines.
These walls from Lix, I like it. I like the way his mind is interpreting this map. But these are aggressive.
Yeah, these are aggressive walls that will certainly delay his archery range in the next stage. So Byzantines are a great civilization. It's just not seen often from pros. But in this tournament, I think we'll see them a lot in round 3. I think we'll see them from MBL today. I potentially see them from TaToH tomorrow because they're losing some of the better civilizations going into these games. You start off with Man-at-Arms. That's a great move. Gives you a strong early window, and then if you do fully wall, then you're in a nice position to start making that trash, which pretty much counters anything that Chinese can do. And there's a stable for Mr. Yo. Mr. Yo saw the barracks. He did not see the militia. The Man-at-Arms upgrade is coming in. Will Mr. Yo notice these?
Will Lix be able to... No, he's going to be too late to deny the stable going down, but...
He'll go to the berries,
pick
though.
A villager on the berries if he traps one in. See, Yo sees it. Age of Gates.
Yep, Yo sees it. And nice play from Yo. Nice play from Yo. He realizes that he needs to keep the Man-at-Arms from hitting the other resources. The gate will go down. Oh my god, Yo! Wow! It was 11 HP, Dave. And Lix noticed that and just sniped it. And this is really bad for Yo now. He's not on a wood line. Or at least he's not on his left wood line.
I like the decision from Lix to just hang out at this wood line. He sees the rest of the map.
Yep.
Like, he knows Yo is probably not on the gold at the back. Just hang out.
He could send a spear forward. I don't think he knows his opponent is going for scouts, though. He must expect it by now. I mean, he's going to have his base fully walled. So this is good for Lix. This is exactly what you would want as Byzantines. Send a spear, man. Send a spear forward.
Doesn't need one. He's walling up. He's just gonna boom.
Yeah, I just think that the Man-at-Arms get a lot more value if you have a spear or two in the mix, and they're so cheap as Byzantines. But okay, he goes in for the Vil kill. He gets her.
He'll get one.
Yep, not bad. And he also will... Oh, he almost got the weak scout from Yo. He noticed that was weak. But okay.
And the wall will be complete in 2 seconds.
Okay, but
3
now
seconds.
what's the follow-up? That's the concern. No range yet. He has not made any spears for the scouts. Normally when I see Byzantines played, you just go mass spearmen, mass skirmishers. I think going into boom and playing this out similarly to Chinese can be a mistake.
Does Yo go forward now that he sees the walls?
No, not in this position because he'll know that Lix is just adding farms. I think that what Yo needs to do is keep his scouts alive and start adding archers and skirms. And he's already adding the range.
He's sending one villager. I like this play. He might tower
the
wood
wood
line at the front. Yeah.
Ooh, and if he gets a tower up, it also would deny the stone there as well. Yeah, it would be a nice tower.
Spearman coming out. First spearman of the game for Lix. Going out to deal with those scouts.
Yo will notice it. And this is where the archer comes in. So that archer coming forward can kill that spearman. I doubt Lix will see the tower if Yo positions it properly. Let's see. Does he place it up against the wood in this one tile gap? Yes, he does. Okay.
I would have liked it farther forward, but I guess there's... Oh! Lix sees it. Did he get...
Freetown Watch.
Right?
Freetown Watch, yeah.
That's right.
But...
And he's going to send the spear? No? Spear goes back to the scouts.
Yeah, spear goes back to the scouts and whole counter tower. Does he have stone in his base? He does have stone in his base, so it's not the end of the world for Lix. He can get more stone.
Lix has a really nice area here. So many wood lines, so many golds, and a stone as well.
Yeah, I'm really not a huge fan of the KUTD2 maps, but I think that at least it's fair. Game 1 to Game 2, and Game 1 Yo had the better map, and Game 2 I'd say Lix has the better map. But he's also played it good to get here. He had to go Man-at-Arms and commit to a lot of walling to get here, so it wasn't just... It wasn't like Yo, where his map was much better in Dark Age. I like the way Yo's playing this. And Lix...
It's gonna gate that.
Yeah, of course.
Right?
It's so dumb. It's so dumb how you can keep all of this military out with one single sideways gate. It's crazy. And these palisade gates are a huge talking point right now in balance discussions because back in the day, you would have to build a stone gate when there was no palisade gate, so it was a bigger investment. Now you just use a little bit of wood. But hey, he's built 2 of them so far. Yo is just repositioning and forcing him to build more.
And Yo's coming back to finish that tower with a lot more villagers.
He'll get it up as well, and I'd like to see him send archers inside his tower. That would be a nice move.
And Lix is going for scouts, man.
I don't like it. Now with Byzantines, why are you going scouts with Byzantines? I think man-at-arms into heavy skirms, heavy spearmen. You need map control and Feudal Age in this matchup, and I love that tower damage from Yo. That was a smart play. A lot of players would just abandon that one, but not Mr. Yo.
Put an archer in there?
I think you put it... Well...
Couple archers.
Yeah, I think you put 2 or 3 archers in there, and then you shoot down Lix's tower, but Lix has just repositioned the wood line. And I guess it's better to have the archers out in the field, because your opponent doesn't have many skirmishers.
You know, Lix's eco looking pretty good. Yo still hasn't gotten in there. And he's hiding the scouts for the time being.
Yeah.
Oh, but the scouts from Yo are in.
And scouts are in, and now Yo has more scouts. He'll kill the villager. And I guess he'll just run away.
Keep him inside, though. Nope.
She'll die.
Can't do that.
She's dead. Yo will just kill her. But at least this gives Lix a little bit more military. Because now Yo will probably need to run away as he can't deal with the skirmishers. He'll just go up, though. Yo's going to click up to Castle Age. I would like to see him go 2 ranges, 2 stables here, Dave. What do you think?
2 ranges, 2 stable. You gotta have both against Byzantines.
Yeah.
And crossbow knight kills skirmisher pikemen. So...
Yeah, maybe Lix could go skirms and camel or something. They are both on the way up. This is the time for Lix to maybe chew up these archer numbers from Yo.
He won't be able to. Not without armor or bloodlines.
Yep. And no skirmisher upgrades either.
Go to the wood line. Or look for weak fills. There are no weak fills. Okay. Don't look for them. They're not there.
He splits into the TC fire. Yo sends the spearman out. I think Yo will be fine here. Let's see if he loses one. Nah, he's fine. Look at Yo's walls on the right. He will full wall his base. Now, his wood lines are still an area of concern, but my goodness, that's a unique wall.
1 villager going down from Yo. Yeah, that wall, that's like the western front right there.
Yeah.
Like, they can look at each other from each base.
It's weird. It's just so peculiar how the left side of the map, nothing will be going on. They'll be fighting over some extra golds maybe, but that's it. Well, Mr. Yo, in my opinion, definitely has the advantage. Making the gold units is going to stick with just 1 stable instead of going 2, but he can immediately build TCs in the next stage. I'd like to see a TC on the left-hand side next to that wood line in stone. I would like to see the other TC, maybe on the right-hand wood, next to the wood and the gold there.
I wouldn't sleep on how well Byzantines can create army and boom at the same time.
But you also don't necessarily need to boom. You could just go fast imp.
University coming down from Lix. So
yeah.
He's opting for elite skirmishers with ballistics to deal with the potential knights from Yo.
Yeah. Well.
And Yo's coming forward with villagers? Where are these going? Where are these going, Yo?
Forward
castle. Do you have
castle.
enough stone for a castle? Oh, man.
Where do you build this, Dave? Do you build it...
On the hill, to right in front of those walls. Never mind, Yo's gonna go to the right side.
Okay. Yeah, I like the hill a bit more. You know, I think that Lix's tower will spot this. And he could actually send his camels around through his walls to deny that if he wants.
Camels and skirms over there would be able to do the trick, I think.
Yeah, but he's more focused on killing what Yo has coming into his base from the other side. And I guess the castle will go up. You know, if Yo makes some Chukunu, it can help with the camels. But Chukunu and Castle Age are pretty weak units.
Ballistics is really going to help him here. Because he knows his skirms are pretty useless against the knights from Yo coming forward. And he's got to micro them to snipe crossbows constantly. If he has ballistics, that's a lot more kills for him.
I find the forward castle really weird from Yo. I think if you build it next to the gates, it's better. I think if you build it next to the gold, more to the south, that's better. You build it there. Okay, well, fortunately for him, the other stone from Lix is behind these walls. And fortunately for him, this means that Lix cannot really afford to move out and counter. But alright, we'll see what develops from this. Dave, I think that the way to play this as Byzantines is go for lower economy and try and hit imp faster because the imp upgrade is cheaper. I don't think
But,
you want this to
like,
be a long castle age if you're Lix. I think you need to try and get to the Imperial age faster.
when you get to Imp, you're forced to go for something like Bombard Cannon,
Yeah.
which takes a long time in and of itself. You don't have a castle, so you can't go Trebs right away. And Yo's losing a lot of crossbows here with that ballistic upgrade.
And look at Lix sending 2 knights forward in a counter. He might
So
be able to
annoying.
find some Vil pickoffs. Yeah, it's just so funny. He did this
gets-
last game too.
If he goes to that gold, is he going right to the gold? He's going to the wood line first. Go to the gold. No, there's no one there. Yes.
Oh
To
my
the
god.
gold.
And Yo sees it
Yo
as
sees
well. These are the things, man, that these 2k5s do. It's such a small thing, but it could do so much damage. But credit to Yo for spotting it, and he'll send a few camels out to defend. You are right. Maybe going for bombard cannons is a bit rough. Does it take
It's
so
just
much
slow,
time?
you know?
Yeah.
Like if you're going fast Imp, you got to have a smoother transition than that. You know, you can't wait for 2.5 minutes for chemistry to complete.
I agree. I agree. You could build a castle if you get enough stone for it. 3rd TC though for Lix, and he's looping his army around in the north. This is a sneaky move, but he does not know his opponent is walled here yet. I think he should just go right through the wall. This is the problem with walling so far away from your base. You can't wall behind. So it looks nice.
Does Yo have anything? He doesn't really have anything to deal with this army. He stopped making knights. He's making camels now, which will die even quicker to those skirmishers. No armor on them.
And he's making 2 canoe out of the forward castle. I think a defensive castle would have been better. Build the castle on the hill next to your new TC on the gold, maybe, just to protect the left, and then have your army on the right. This is peculiar play from Yo. That castle still doesn't make sense yet.
I think if anything, the one that should be thinking about fast imp is Yo, but he's he's just dropped 2 more TCs, so definitely not.
And Lix is up.
1 more TC.
Lix is up.
Okay, here we go.
See, the thing is, Byzantines will generally click up faster because it's cheaper. And that's how they have to play this. Chinese, they need to be more aggressive in Castle Age because they're going to have the slower imp time. But Yo built a forward castle and has done nothing with it. He didn't force any fights from Lix at all. And Lix is now the one attacking Yo, so this is not a good situation for Yo at all.
Lix making an archer by mistake, I think.
Chukanu and Macanels from Yo going towards Lix's base. This is interesting, okay.
And Lix not really doing too much damage in the back of Yo's base either. Yo's reacted really nicely to that.
He has delayed the gold, and he's forcing some idols. So both players, one player's denying stone and another's denying gold. Now this is more like it from Yo, applying some pressure here. This is good. Now Yo's resources are not great. Only 200 food in the bank for him, so he still needs to wait some time to get to the Imperial Age. So he needs to continue a push.
Here's my concern with Lix going to Imp. The Imp doesn't get too much of an upgrade for your skirmishers.
Yeah.
You're not getting heavy camel. Let's face it, you're not getting heavy camel. You're gonna have to go bombard cannon skirm.
I think the game plan for him is to go with Trebs at the start with skirms. But he doesn't have stone, exactly. So this is very important for Yo to hold this. But he can't hold this if he loses this Macanel. The skirms will pop out of the ranges now. And so, yep, Lix will get his stone back. Yeah, I think that's the play. Look at Lix killing that one farm that Yo just built. So annoying, man. Oh, geez.
Don't go in there. You got Bracer now, though. Once he gets Bracer, yeah, chemistry coming in right away. So the bombard cannons are going to be on their way out in about 2 to 3 minutes.
So Yo will probably lose this castle. What do you do as Chinese in Imperial versus Byzantines when they're going skirms and siege? Do you go Onager?
Probably.
Because you can't go bombard cannon yourself. You can't go Chukanu in this matchup easily. Oh! Nice micro licks. You obviously as Chinese you're very flexible. You can go for Cavalier, but that could be a mistake versus Byzantines. You could go for Champion, but that could even be a mistake. It's just tough to play Biz and Imp.
I think you probably go Siege Ram Archer, right? As Chinese?
Yes, maybe take advantage of Siege Ram.
Yeah, I mean, Lix isn't going to be creating many more camels in Imperial Age. Just too big of an investment.
Yeah, at least not right now. A nice job from Lix. These skirmishers, most of them are weak. But he's focusing down the Chukunu from Yo. This is a fight that Lix will take any time of the day.
Oh my god, he might kill all of them. Like, he might kill all of them.
Why is Yo even engaging this? It doesn't make any sense.
From behind. He's coming from behind. He'll see both of these Mangonels. He won't go for that set. Oh, there we go. Okay, splits up his army. He's going to get both of them.
Yep.
He's going to see that castle coming down on the front as well, which is a good piece of information for him.
And
Yo is on the way up to Imperial Age, and Lix has a castle of his own now, which is very, very nice.
so he gets the castle up. Will secure his stone. First bombard cannon on the way now. So Yo will lose this castle on the front. Yo has to prepare for what is coming when he's in the Imperial Age. At the moment, I'm not sure what he'll go with. It could be Chukunu Siege Ram. It could be, but it's not easy. I think Siege Ram is the big one, though, Dave. Because that pushes bombard cannons and skirms for sure.
Is it Cavalier Chukunu? Or
light cav. Probably light cav. Yeah. I think you could use mobility here and maybe try and get in the walls of the side of Lix's base and start pulling him back, distracting him, but light cav is a cheap and solid addition here.
It's a very weird position for those stables, though. Look at the left corner. That's where Yo's making the stables.
Stable walls.
That is a long way from the fight, my friend.
Well, what Yo is doing really well is he's scouting the left side of the map, so he sees the extra stones and golds, and he's now going to castle that one hill next to the other gold. So I think if he holds his hill at his base, holds this hill next to the extra gold, gets to Chukunu Light Cav, and gets the extra relics, then he could be in the lead. He has one relic right now, but Lix is coming now. Lix is coming with 2 Trebs and 2 bombard cannons and more skirms. Still no response to this. I think he needs to prep some halbs, though.
He needs something to back up this army, man.
Yeah.
You're just sending them into a field. If he kills the castles, that's very nice. And Cavalier coming in.
Oh, Cavalier. This is risky.
That's a smart play.
But it could work right now, actually. These knights could kill the Trebs. They could kill the bombard cannons. This is why I think Lix needs to get either camels or he needs to get halberdier. And he is opting for camels. So camels versus Cavalier. Camels will win, but Yo will have the upgrades. And oh, a forward castle from Lix, Dave. Wow. Do you like that castle, or would you build your castles to protect your Trebs?
I don't know how to feel about that castle.
I like it if he doesn't lose his Trebs and bombard cannons.
Yep.
But I don't like the fact that these look very exposed at the moment. So maybe use your military then to protect these trebuchets.
Here comes Yo. And Lix is going to see this with the line of sight from the Trebs. Does he react in time? He's getting heavy camel right now. Send a few villagers over to try and repair the trebuchets as well.
I think that Trebs will die. Yeah. But after this, man, that's so bad. That's so bad.
And the bombard cannons.
Oh, God. Did Yo really just kill 2 bombard cannons and 3 trebuchets and keep the castle up? Oh, my God. See, that's why I would have liked to see that castle in front of the Trebs. Well played, Mr. Yo, to realize that he needs to delay, needs to hold on. Still going to be tough for him, making Cavalier against Camel, but we'll see what happens now. This is definitely giving Yo the time.
He's sending the calves into Lix's base, and Lix doesn't have anything to deal with that. Lix's eco looking... It's not the prettiest thing right now. This is where Yo turns the game around.
Yeah, definitely. And again, he's getting the relics at the moment. That was sloppy from Lix to leave that hole. And Yo will kill villagers. And now Yo's making his own trebuchets to treb down the forward castle from Lix. And Yo's going to kill another treb, Dave. Wow.
And Lix is busy attacking the blacksmith with his skirmishers?
Yeah, okay. That's important, man. Hey, iron casting's on the way, so he's denying that. Well, Lix was just a bit slow to heavy camel. He still has more population, but if you look at the map control, Yo has about 60-65% of the map. This time, the Trebs should be saved. No, Lix patrolled into the house! He patrolled into the house. Okay, he'll clean this up. He'll clean this up.
The Trebs are gonna die, though.
I still think Lix is fine. He will He will lose his trebuchets, but he can go right into Yo's base once he kills the blacksmith. So it also denies the blast furnace upgrade. He can go right in, and now Yo's building a castle there. So there's potential here. Very sloppy though.
Yo's taking his third relic right now too. So he's just securing map control. He's got the golds on the left side.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Now Lix is now going to push the castle from Yo, Dave. He'll kill one of Yo's trebuchets. I think if Yo loses his castle... Lix needs to
go in here. He needs to stay under the... Like, just go.
Just send the skirms in, yeah.
He's gonna be a bit... He doesn't know what Yo has there. Yeah. We know what Yo has there, which isn't a lot. He doesn't know.
Yeah, skirmishers and camels would win there, but he's repositioning.
And in his base, Yo's back with the Cavalier.
Did Lix still not plug that gap? Oh, that's so bad. Like, Dave and I are getting a bit frustrated here because Lix has been in a good position in Game 1 and in Game 2, and these are some avoidable mistakes.
He's trying to save the Trebs again. I think he'll save these ones for sure. No, not that one.
So we'll lose one. Again, so much siege lost. And Lix still has the population lead. He's still defending from Yo, but it's avoidable. Wall up your base and push this castle.
Always use protection, Lix. Didn't your parents ever tell you that? Wall up, man.
Well, it is 2 relics for Yo. You said the third one's on the way back to his monastery, right? So, yeah, 3 in a second. And Elite Chukunu for Yo. So maybe with Elite Chukunu, he can kill the camels, and then he could go Light Cav for the skirmishers that Lix has. Weird game, though. The positioning from Yo is certainly... It's good, but it's awkward. Because I feel like Lix could run into his base at any time. It's just that Lix can't seem to afford to right now.
Yep.
He should just house wall in front of the Trebs. You know, just prevent the light cav from getting in there.
He tried doing that when the light cav were coming in, but then he blocked himself. Ballistic's just now coming in from Yo. Okay, that's a bit late, but
why?
Just getting all the upgrades.
Why does Lix not wall the left of his base? Yo is running in again. He'll go to the same spots. He'll go to the wood. He'll go to the gold. He has Chukunu running in now as well. Obviously, Yo's playing intelligently because he realizes this is open. He's running in. He's even sending Chukunu in here now. But again, I think this is all avoidable for Lix.
I mean, Lix is going to kill that castle in the front.
Yeah.
So now it's dead, and now he can push in that way.
And of course, Yo needs the castle to make the Chukunu, right? Now, Yo is heavily housed at the moment as well, so he's pop capped. He can't make more units.
Lose the Chukunu, maybe? Those light cav aren't going to do too much against those camels.
Oh, Lix could still win this game. The Trebs are coming forward. Again, it's very passive, though. He's not attacking anything important, but he's killing Yo's army.
I feel like Lix needs some sort of melee trash, like whether it's light cav or something, you know?
Yeah.
Something to just raid this stuff in Yo's base, because Yo's economy is completely it's completely exposed.
He needs to send the Trebs forward on the hill with his army and start killing the castles, or he needs to reposition, or not killing the castle, sorry, kill the TC, or reposition and kill the castle that Yo has in the north. And he needs to decide. Do not leave your siege unattended, Lix.
You know, it's happening again.
Please don't do this to us, man. Oh, and Yo is actually mounting a huge push on the left-hand side of Lix's base. This is fascinating now.
Does Yo go for a siege rem? Yeah, and rocketry's coming in too, so good luck to those camels in Lix's base right now.
Yeah, well, the siege is unintended, but I think that Yo will lose his castle regardless now.
Oh, the light cav are coming for the siege. Dude, you gotta send your camels to your siege.
Stop it, man. Lix, what are you doing to us?
Okay, they'll be fine. They'll be fine.
Pack them up.
They'll be fine.
Pack them up.
They'll be fine. No, they'll be fine. They'll be fine.
All right.
You just fight.
It's fine. Yeah, that was calculated from Lix, let's be honest. And he can get that gold. But can he defend himself in his base from the Chukunu? He has skirmishers here. The Chukunus have rocketry. They're elite Chukunus, full upgrades. Yeah, he has enough, Dave. He has enough to kill the Chukunu, I think. He has just enough to kill them.
He's got it, yeah, and his main gold is back there, so he's got to prevent Yo from getting back there at all costs.
And now Yo loses
now
the trap.
He's teched into light cav. Lix has light cav right now, which I like a lot.
Yo just seems to be playing faster. Yep. You know, and so to me, like at the moment, Lix is making skirms, but they're not killing the Chukunu. Like these reinforcements should be patrolling here, but there's so much going on that he can't focus on that. So we saw in game 1, Yo came back from losing position. He could do this again.
I mean, Lix is pushing pretty hard in Yo's base. Yo does he even have a TC after this one goes down.
No.
No.
Wow.
No TCs. You don't need them.
Now, he also has his relics in that monastery, and he will lose that monastery at this rate. Dave, Lix has 108 villagers and 70 military. It is only 20 military for Yo. Can Lix close this out and tie up the series? It's looking good for him.
Yo's doing such a good job at running his eco. Lix doesn't see the, like, 40 villagers at the top corner. No idea they're there. He's trying to follow the other 80 that are running south.
Oh, but there's a castle for Lix at his base, and I think this could decide the game. He has the camels to kill the cavalier. As long as the camels are there in numbers, the skirmishers will kill the Chukunu, and once that castle goes up, it secures the golds. It keeps Yo out of his base, and Yo is running with his eco everywhere now. And he's lost his relics.
Yeah, the only gold he has access to now... Well, I think there's one on the left side, and then there's like a pile up at the north, but that's about to be done.
The guy actually has big food problems. I think he has 2 working farmers right now. He has gold, he has wood. But, you know, making Chukunu or making archers, making rams doesn't help.
Once Lix goes and grabs those relics, he just liberated.
Yeah.
And Lix will have access to gold, right? So
Lix has the gold in Yo's base. He has... There's actually 2 golds in Yo's base he can take. Then the 2 golds at his base after that castle. And then another castle. Oh, man. So many Byzantine castles. 4 castles. Yo, I don't see him pushing that.
No, and Lix is coming forward with that main army. 70 military from him. He's getting capped ram. Really like that capped ram upgrade.
I think siege ram will come in right after that. Wouldn't be a bad move. Unless he wants to save the food for something else, of course. Lix has 192 population and 135 for Yo.
I think Yo is gonna push from the north now. He's split. He's gotta drive a wedge between this red line through the middle of the map.
I've been really... I know that Yo is on the verge of losing this game, but I've been really impressed with him this game.
Yeah.
You know, like, it felt like he should have died a long time ago. I think it was a mix of Lix not making the right decisions, but Yo was also forcing the wrong decisions. But earlier, Lix did not run up against the castle when he was trebbing it. We questioned him for it, geez. And this time, he's doing exactly that, Dave, and I think the GG will come in after this castle goes down. And there it is.
Yeah.
Wow. So it's tied up now.
Yo tried everything in his power to come back from that. And Lix tried everything in his power to let Yo come back from that, but his map position was just too good.
So, fun fact, Byzantines are undefeated in this tournament. Undefeated, guys. We've only seen the Civ once. But undefeated. Undefeated Civ. I don't think any other Civ can say that. 232 kills for Yo.
They've been watching their Chris Rex. They've been learning how to win with Byzantines.
It's a good Civ, man. It's a good Civ. I think that it's a Civ that MBL will have to rely on later today, and then TaToH tomorrow. The KD was similar. The Eco was even similar in some aspects. Lix just had more food and wood, and he was able to make those skirms. But Yo had a lot more stone and gold for a while there. Was not enough for him. We'll move on now to Game 3.
2 similar games in terms of theme. Lix had the advantage heading into Castle Age, into mid Castle Age, late Castle Age, and then Yo just turns it around.
Yeah.
With his experience.
Yeah, I think that's going to be the concern going forward for Lix. Mid Castle Age in Game 1 is where he lost it. Mid Castle Age in Game 2 is where he almost lost it. I guess it could have been early Imp as well, but good point, Dave. Okay, so here are the civilizations they have remaining. We have Vikings, Mongols, and Mayans for Yo. Mayans is the big one. We haven't seen that yet. We have Indians, Franks, and Berbers. So 2 horse civilizations and a camel civilization for Licks. I don't love Mongols, especially when Berbers is there. So I think this is potentially a bit better for Licks. It really depends on what order they choose as civilizations, because Berbers versus Mongols, it's seen as almost always a civ win, unless Mongols can get a big lane versus Berbers or something. So maybe Licks will get lucky.
And he arguably used his 2 worst civs to start off the set. He's got 3 really nice ones. I think, does Franks come out now? I think Franks comes out now.
We might see Franks. If I were to guess, I would say Yo saves Mayans, goes for Vikings here. I think we see Franks Vikings. That's just my thought.
Remember the last time we said Vikings like 3 games in a row?
And still didn't get it.
Yeah.
We're so good at this, guys. We're so good at this. We just don't upload those to YouTube. I don't put them on YouTube so people don't know. Yeah, Kenjilo, these are hidden civs, exactly. So when they pick it in-game, their opponent won't know until the game launches. And we have Mongols and Berbers. Okay, so we were a bit off.
We were so wrong.
We were a bit off, but this is a very exciting civ matchup to talk about. And this could potentially be very, very bad for Mr. Yo, the player whose 3rd seed... Wait, no. What seed was he? I think 2nd seed? No. Sorry, I think Viper was 1st. Leary 2nd. Fat Dragon was 3rd. Max was 4th. I think Yo was 5th. But regardless, Yo was definitely favored to win this set. And he has Mongols. Now, what Mongols need to take advantage of in this civ matchup is their faster hunt. Yo is wasting no time in pushing in the zebras. And then the potential to lame. If they don't take advantage of these bonuses, if they don't gain a lead, it can be tough against Berbers. Because the second Berbers get a castle up, man, it's trouble.
Look at where Licks is right now. Hey, he's gonna find that boar.
What? He's laming Mongols?
You gotta deny, man. You know they're gonna lame you. You gotta lame them first.
Okay, well, look at this.
It's the hill?
Wow. This is not what I expected. If anything, I expected Yo to run out early. Yo's too busy pushing his zebras. Did Yo know the pig was there?
He's sending a villager out there. Is that to make a lumber camp, though?
Yeah. I think it's lumber camp. I believe he knows it's there. Or it was there.
He saw the pig. No, he didn't.
It was really close. We'll keep an eye on this. It'll be pretty obvious if Yo knows he's lamed. But I know pig for Yo. Guys, the Camel Archer, which is the Berber unique unit, destroys the Mangadai, which is the one post-imp thing that Mongols can go for in these 1v1s. And
Licks, hide those sheep. Hide those goats. Hide the goats.
Nope.
Don't send them. Hide them. Oh, man.
Well, he didn't know Yo was there, and so Yo will get the goats. But I think this is still pretty good for Licks. Look how risky this was, Dave. He didn't... Oh!
Licks!
Oh, that could have been bad.
Oh, Jesus. At that point, like, it's not the greatest boar lure of all time, but at that point, you're just like, please, just die.
And not die to the TC, right? It was a risky lane for Licks because he didn't even find his second pig. And now Yo might find it, so we'll see a pig swap situation. Yeah, I think so.
Is Yo just gonna wait by it though? Is he actually gonna take it? Yeah, he's taking it. Okay, Licks is gonna intercept.
How does he know that's there? I guess he's scouting that area. Surprise!
There it is. Hello. See you later.
Oh my god. He just spotted that as well. Can he stop this though?
I think so. He can definitely. Because Yo's gonna have to delay in order to keep the boar following.
The wood line's there as well. This is normally pretty easy if you use the wood line. Well, he's attacking the scout. Now he needs to block. Yo says, no, not today. Sorry, I'm going to stay within the 3-tile line of sight of the boar.
Oh my god. Oh man, the birds are there too. The birds are there. So
oh yeah. Oh man. This is hilarious. And there's 0 lag between the players as well. So oh, well played from both here. Really strong stuff.
Don't let him go, Lix. Don't let him go. Oh,
yeah,
it's too late.
Lix lets him go, and this is what you have to expect in high-level tournaments with Mongols. Lots of laming. So Yo said, I know pig, and then Lix said, I know pig. It evens out. And who's worse off here? I would say that Lix is probably worse off. Because he didn't push the zebras. Yo was able to push the zebras, get 2 pigs in the end, and he's on his way up. All right.
That's the counter to Mongols, man. You gotta just steal one of their pigs so that when they steal your pig, evens out.
You're ahead of the game.
Everyone has pig.
And now, of course, Lix can push into zebras. It's just, can he get up to Feudal Age at a decent time? Because Mongols, again, still have a lead right now. This lead drops off in Castle Age, though. Because in Castle Age, Mongols ideally will not make a lot of knights and camels because they have worse knights and camels than Berbers. I just don't know how you can fast track it. I don't know how you can do anything with Mongols if it's even late Castle Age. Once the castle comes out, you're in big, big trouble in this matchup.
Well, it all depends on your position, right?
Yeah.
Skirmishers don't do that bad against camel archers.
Well, I think what you could do potentially is open up with scouts. Yo will do that. And then think about going camels and maybe crossbow in Castle Age. Because you can still go arbalest to start off the Imperial Age, maybe. Mongols. We'll see. And we're talking about camel archers, but the truth is, we're a long way away from that. We didn't even have a chance to look at the maps. A map's pretty open for both players. The stones are certainly not easy to collect for Lix.
I don't like that main gold for Lix. The way it's positioned.
It's not good.
No.
He could TC that later on, maybe, but you're right. It's tough. Now, Yo sees the stable will be going up. Will he try and block the stable foundation?
He's definitely gonna try and do that. His scout's weak, though.
Okay, so he runs back. And his stable is already up. Fancy walls for Yo on his woodline, Dave. Smart, though.
I like the spearman right away from Lix. It's nice. Smart play. And send it over to where you're walling on the right-hand side. Yeah.
Yeah, I think Berbers have to play this very passively. Because they won't have as many scouts. We saw MBL and Nikov play this Civ matchup. And remember, we were like, why is MBL in his base? Well, he needs to stay in his base. He needs to make sure he can wall. So he can get to the next stage and get to camel archers. So, more spearmen from him.
Don't leave that villager unattended.
Oh.
She's scared.
She's scared. You can just tell by the way she runs. Look how fast she runs. She's dead now.
It was so avoidable, though.
Well, I think truth is he just didn't know where Yo was.
Age of Gates?
Nope. Oh, the spearman's running to the other side of the wall as well. It is Berber villagers. They're pretty quick. Alright, he's fine. Well played, Yo, though. Well played, Yo. He'll have 4 scouts versus 1 here. Micros away from the spearman. I think that this is where we see an archery range come out for Yo. Then next minute or two, go to gold. There it is. And then add that archery range. And if your opponent's relying on spearmen and you have more scouts, use your archers to kill those spears. I don't love Lix's position.
No.
You notice this, though.
He hasn't completed the walls, and he's invested a lot into it.
Yeah. Well, Yo went to the north. Lix wasn't prepared for it. Then Lix sent the spears to the north. Now Yo comes to the south. Now here he can't stick around for much longer, but he kills a villager. Well played. Great micro away from the spearman there. That was sick, man. And he wants to kill Lix's scout here as well. Wouldn't surprise me to see him send one of his own scouts back here to kill this in a second.
Yo has such an advantage right now.
Yep. He could get another villain on the wall as well. He knows the walls are not completed yet. Man, Berber vills are so quick, though.
Wall him in! Oh, no.
He's dead?
Yeah.
Wow. The plays from Yo in this game. He's done so much damage with just a few scouts. Still running around. Is he looking for weak vills on the farms? He doesn't see any. Crazy stuff. Now, where's the archer range? Yo's making archer ranges. This is good. This is really good play from Yo. The archers will be coming forward soon. Turn around, Yo. Kill the scout. Kill it. Kill it. Oh! Lix predicted that. This is great, man. I love no lag games. Can you just tell?
Don't lead him towards that villager in the corner. Just don't. Okay, Yo's just gonna run in circles. Okay.
Yeah.
Losing one scout.
He's waiting for his archers, dude. He's waiting for his archers to come forward. But I think by the time the archers come forward, the walls will finally be up for Lix.
Turn around and pick off the weak scout from Lix. Yeah, there we are.
Excellent micro from Yo. You can just tell Yo's the faster player. But, I mean, there's so many spears he's avoiding as well.
Age of Gates?
I think if it was Yo, he would build a gate. Oh! Oh! He
The
house walled!
They're stuck!
Wow, okay, so we'll finally even up the KD and kill these things. What a play there. Well done, Lix.
More like Age of Bates.
Age of
let
Bates.
him come right in there. And then he quick walled it.
Now he needs to protect that gold. Yo has not sent his archers forward. Yo has not even fully walled his base. I think he can work on doing that on the left-hand side. And 2 ranges for Yo, so I think he will stick with crossbows throughout this game. Or archers, and then into crossbows, of course. And now, let's see. Any holes for Lix to run into? Because now he could be super annoying with his scouts.
There's a giant hole on the left. That's it.
Yep, and Yo is walling now. This is not the best wall position, but I guess he's scared those units will come in. Well, good game from Yo. I think that Yo's economy will be a bit stronger. Lix is going to stone, Dave. He's going to stone, and he's building a tower in his gold. I think that he'll just defend and wait for camel archers.
He's clicking up first, too.
Crazy.
Yeah. I guess he didn't really invest in much military, though, so...
Well, it's possible that Yo was too busy microing, he didn't add the farms, because to me it doesn't look like he has near as many farms. Well, I lied. His farm number looks even, but...
Look at the chick at the top. Oh, there's a hole there. Look at the woman at the top of Yo's wall. She's like, no, I'm just gonna wait. I'm just gonna wait till they're gone, and then I'll come out.
She's lazy, man. She doesn't want to work, that's what it is. Oh, and these scouts can make it out as well. This will show Yo there's a hole. Oh, there she is. And Lix won't see her. But both players showing what scouts can do, showing what mobility can do. My goodness, look at him running around in circles here.
He's idling all of Yo's military right now.
Which is so important for him. Okay, so I think what Lix should do is start off with knights and start off with camels. You can't go immediately into camel archer because crossbow will kill that. So he's adding a second stable at home. So this is all going according to plan right now. He is on stone, but I think he'll go 1 or 2 TCs extra, make some knights and camels, and then eventually transition.
Still with the scout. Yo's military is still chasing after him. He's got 3 HP. It doesn't matter.
3 HP, and he's getting scale barding, man. That's going to make a huge difference. 5 HP now with bloodlines. That's a great upgrade. That almost doubled the HP this scout has.
If he goes and kills that palisade gate, he could deny some wood from Yo.
Oh, do it.
That's about it.
Kill it. He's looking for the archers. He sees that Yo is running out. This has been really entertaining. I don't want to look away from the scout, man. Attacks a bill, then keeps running.
There's a weak one there. She's weak.
Who is? Oh, yeah, but there's no way a 5 HP scout kills her.
No, he's waiting for skill bar.
At what point does he stop running around with this scout? That's what I'm wondering. At what point does he just give up on this guy?
He's been waiting. He sees that villager. He's sniped her out. He's just been waiting.
He might actually be looking for farm foundations. If someone places a farm, he could kill it. Oh! Alright.
Oh, man. Okay, let's get back to the game.
Yeah, rip the dream there, but he is making knights. And Berbers are incredible, man. He'll have chain barding armor. 6 knights. He can definitely kill Yo's crossbows. I think Yo will have to look for some pickoffs. He can't look for big engagements. He needs to aim for the wood line, and that's exactly where he is going. I think Lix even expects this one because he just repositioned his lumberjacks to the trees that were further away. Yeah.
I think Ballistic's gonna be coming in from Yo too. Lix gets Town Watch. Love that upgrade when you're against crossbows.
Do you love the fact that Lix is trying to attack the crossbows from inside his base instead of looping around?
I think he just wants to push them out.
Yeah.
Yeah, he wants to push them out. If you attack from behind, then they go in.
Good point. So he runs up the hill, and the crossbows are going to die. So
and Ballistic's coming in for not much of a crossbow army at all from Yo now. 7.
Yep.
Are going to be left.
And the clock is ticking. The clock is ticking because Lix has a second TC on that stone, which means that he will eventually have camel archers as an option. And third TC now will be on the other side of the skull. This is really well played from Lix. I think Yo... Well, he has to continue with crossbows. And I think he needs conversions. He needs a lot. He needs a lot because he needs a massive advantage in Castle Age going to Imp in this matchup. I mean, unless you go heavy Arb, maybe Arbalest and Imp, and your opponent's trying to transition into Camel Archers and you kill them, but Lix will know better.
Gonna die? No, Yo pulls her back. Wonder if that's the same woman from before, up at the top.
Yeah, good point. Maybe it is.
Good point. Tristan's like, what are you talking about? Good point.
I have to explain away shenanigans sometimes. She does die, though. Oh, and there's a hole!
The hole's still there! It's still there! Yo didn't notice the first time.
Oh, man. And another villager goes down. This is a bit sloppy for Mr. Yo. And oh boy, it was a 5 HP scout last time. Now we have a full HP knight. You know some damage is going to be done with this guy.
Into the wood line. Jane Barding too.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
Well, there is a monk coming. Let's see if this villager dies.
Nope.
Just keeps running. Another knight comes in from the other side from Lix. He's buying himself so much time. Still running away from the monk. Should probably just delete this now. Delete. Oh, that was a fast conversion.
No, because he had charged it up from before.
Ah, okay.
It stacks.
Well, everything is going according to plan for Lix, I would say. But he is a bit vulnerable now because Yo has monks and Yo has a lot of crossbows. So normally you'd go Siege Workshop here. Normally you'd go Defensive Siege Workshop here. Lix is going Offensive Siege Workshop.
In a really... What? Okay, Yo's not gonna see it. Because...
He would never expect it.
Jeez.
Yeah, he would never expect it. Alright. Yo will pressure the northern side of Lix's base now. See, I prefer the Defensive Siege Workshop, because then you have the Siege Workshop within your walls, and then you just keep the crossbows out.
Is that where he wants to... Does he want to build a castle around there, though? Because he almost has enough stone for a castle.
Maybe.
That would be a risky play.
Yo's going for a ram. And look how close he is to seeing this Siege Workshop. He actually sees the house that villager's building. Remember that one single knight that Yo converted earlier? I wonder how much that is going to help when this Maganel from Lix comes out. Oh, actually, Lix is sending his own monk forward to convert that. He will kill the battering ram. Close game.
Castle. He has enough stone for a castle now. Where does it go?
I think you're right in calling it right within his walls there. Between the farms. That or on the front hill, but I like that one side where he's vulnerable. There's the knight, going for the Maganel, and... conversion. Wow.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Plot twist.
And meanwhile, Yo gets 2 conversions against the knights from Lix. And
He's still gonna lose, though. These are +2.
Yeah. He'll get a 3rd one.
Lix is making a castle right there, near that gold and the stone.
It's honestly not bad for Yo, because he has 29 military. Again, he can actually go to Imp, and maybe go Rams and Arbalest against Berbers.
Lick's just quick walled in his villager at the front, but it's not going to help very much.
The siege workshop was such a waste.
She's got to run.
Yeah, she's dead. And now, since Yo got conversions, he has the knights, and Mangonels from Licks don't really do much for him. Can't believe I'm saying it, but I like Yo's position more here. The Vil count's even. He has more military. It still could drop off at any point, but he'll ram down the siege workshop. Things are looking good.
Licks has a much better military, though.
You think so?
Yeah,
well, that's a lot of knights, yeah, and fortune coming in.
With that Mangonel in there, and Yo sees the Mangonel now.
Well, the monk goes down.
There, though?
He'll get another shot, Dave. He'll get another shot, and the knights are surrounding the crossbows. He gets 3 total shots. Wow! Yo will lose everything to this. That was not expected. That was not expected. Yo didn't expect that many knights to be there. I don't know where they came from. I look over, I expected 4. It was a dozen of them. Full upgrades. And this is right after I said this could drop off at any point. My goodness. This hurts for Yo. He needed to maintain his lead. He's just going to lose more crossbows and lose more map control. And another Mangonel is coming out of the siege workshop, which is still there. Ah. Ouch.
Yep. +2, man.
Yep. +2 defense is huge.
Yo had 30 crossbows, but Licks had 15 knights, so.
Well, I wasn't paying attention. I thought he only had 5 or 6 knights, and I figured the monks could get conversions and the crossbows were a mass that could kill them.
Oh my god, Licks is he tried to attack around this knight attacking his Mangonel, and he succeeded in killing one of his own knights, and now the Mangonel's gonna die.
Well, I was paying attention to the castle from Yo. Now, if Licks sees this, he could actually tower it. It's an interesting castle placement considering Yo doesn't have a lot of map control.
I don't think you go for the tower there. Up the hill, though? He is.
He has a camel archer as well. He could also send a knight.
Alright, he's got a camel archer there. You could probably stop it now.
Mangonel.
Sending the knights back.
Yeah. I don't know if you can stop it. It's a bit too late.
Yeah.
If you would have noticed immediately, it would have been fine, but... I mean, what does that castle really do except deny gold? Wait, Yo's on the way to Imp. Never mind, he could go for a Trebor. My casting has been weak today.
If he sits all his crossbows underneath that castle, he could definitely win that Trebor. I mean, Licks needs 2 castles to fight that one back.
Yeah. He can build 2 castles, but I think the other one would preferably be on the other side. So again, I think Yo can go Arbalest and Ram and Trebs. And with Arbalest Power Spike, he can do a lot of damage versus Licks.
Where's the second castle? It is... yeah, on the left-hand side.
Yep.
Bit defensive. But I guess that's the best area because you can control both of those directions.
Yeah, he has to play defensive right now.
Is Yo dropping a castle there? Oh my god.
He is.
Okay.
This is really playing out perfectly because Bodkin is coming in for Licks. But Bodkin is going to be for very low number Camel Archers. And Camel Archers will die to the Arbs. So this is set up perfectly for Yo. Yo can go into a Trebor on both sides, kill the Berber castles. And if Licks is relying on Cavalier or Camels, it'll be way too late. And he also could potentially be up against Mangadai then.
I didn't even notice the little base Licks has on the left-hand side.
Extra TC. I think that's a new one.
That's interesting. He's also got the knights roaming around over there too. So maybe this could be an opposite sort of style that we've seen the last couple games, where Licks uses map control to expand, and Yo is focusing on one area.
Yep, it's possible, dude. Arbalest is on the way for Yo. He must see those units over there. Now, Licks
and the knights are bringing all of the army from Yo over there.
That was going to be my point. This isn't that menacing. All of Yo's Arbs are running back, but, you know, he has more. It's a 45 military for Yo. And he's adding the Trebs, and he'll have 3 castles on the front. I think that Licks needs to go for Cavalier. I don't think he can go for Camel Archer now. It just doesn't make any sense. Dave, he
Fighting
has
back
the extra
against
gold.
2 castles. Oh, jeez.
He has the extra gold, but actually he has 2 extra golds. But can he mass the number of Cavalier required? Again, normally against any other Civ, if you're playing as Mongols, you could add Mangadai, and it would be the right move. Here, it's only the right move if Lix loses his castles.
The problem here for Yo is going to be getting enough repair villagers up here.
Yeah, I agree. Look how fast these vills are.
Yeah. He has enough trebs, and the Cavaliers now, decent amount from Lix, and those trebs on the top side are exposed.
Yeah, I think you go to the north.
I think he might be going for the ones on the left. I think he can get the ones on the left. He's going to lose his Cavalier, but he can get them.
He'll get him, but he'll lose his castle anyway. He loses both of his castles. Is it too late, Dave? I think it's a bit too late here. He kills 1 treb, he'll kill 2 trebs. He will easily kill 3 trebs. What Yo needs now is to get his main group of Arbalest next to the castles to save them. And he's on the way. Yeah, Yo will lose his trebs there. But he has 3 castles up. 3 castles versus 0. It's going to be tough for Lix now. He sends in another group of Cavalier to the trebs, which Yo is not protecting. Okay, these are expensive losses. These are very expensive losses. So a total of 6 trebuchets will be lost. But I just don't know if Lix will have the resources to make Mass Cavalier to deal with the Arbs.
Yeah, and he really needs a castle too. Both his stones are over by where Yo is right now.
And Dave, on the left, Yo is building a castle on that gold. He has Cavalier he converted, I guess, there as well. Yo is playing this perfectly, man. What a player Yo is. This is insanely well done.
I think this is the GG moment here where he kills all these Cavalier.
Crazy play from Yo. He knew that if Lix ever got to mass camel archers, he would have no response. So he went for the mass crossbow, mass arbalest move, 3 forward castles, started immediately with trebuchets, killed those castles, and wins the game. What a performance from Mr. Yo here, Dave. This was a strong performance.
Yeah, that was a really good turnaround, especially after he lost all those crossbows on that hill to the knights from Lix. And I feel like Lix made some mistakes there with the Treb War. Like, he didn't send enough villagers to repair, and he didn't go north first.
Well, there was a few things, right? I think he could have denied Yo's castle on the hill, first of all, because I noticed it, and it took him 5 to 10 seconds to notice it. They were exposed villagers. The other thing is, I think he should have foresaw the fact that his opponent was going Arb, and instead of trying to make camel archers, I think he should have been massing knights. He didn't mass knights immediately. He only did so after he had an oh shit moment when he realized his opponent was going Arb. So I think those are the 2 things as well that Lix certainly could have improved upon there.
Well played.
94 kills for Yo. Again, in every game, Yo seems to just get momentum and never lose it. Game 2, of course, Lix was able to hold on and push back. But he'll need to do that now in Game 4. He's down 2-1 versus Mr. Yo. And here are the civs they have remaining. We have Mayans and Vikings for Yo. The Mayans is the big one he hasn't used yet. And then we have Indians and we have Franks. I don't like Indians versus Mayans. I don't like Indians versus Vikings. So Lix, I'd say he's worse off with the civs he has remaining.
Can you unmod ducks so that I can time him out for that terrible joke?
Sure, I got it.
All right.
We'll handle that. It's not like making that joke in front of 2,500 people is a bad thing. You know, it's not a bad thing as a moderator. Not bad at all. By the way, everyone here on the Twitch stream, there's been an insane number of subscriptions and whatnot, and people supporting me. I will get to you guys in between the series today. Thank you very much. We need to go into the next game now. Game 4 is coming up. And here we are. And it is Mayans versus Franks. You know what, Dave? This is best case scenario, I think, for Lix. I think get Indians versus Vikings and then get Franks versus Mayans. That's best case scenario. So let's see what can happen here. There will certainly be laming for Mr. Yo, as he has that eagle.
When you think about civs, like if I were to match up against Mayans, no, let's be fair, I don't play Arabia. But if I in a world
where you did,
I would probably want Franks.
Yeah,
Then he said.
I was listening to MBL talk before the tournament, and he said that Franks is very good against Mezzo. They're so strong with the Scout Rush. They're so strong with their Knights and their Eco. They have the early castles that they can build to protect that Eco as well. And we'll see how this develops. And starting off with Yo's base, finally players are really far apart here. It's not great for Yo. I mean, it's not awful, but forward stone, forward gold, lots of hills for him. Another gold's forward. Excuse me, does have a stone and a gold on the right-hand side. Lix's base, also not great, but I like how it's more flat at least. A gold on the back, main gold can be walled in. Back woodline options. And the big thing is having pushable zebra. The other reason that horse civs are a bit stronger now is because every single game you can push in additional food. Whereas with normal Arabia, sometimes you have deer behind a woodline. But because there's less woodlines in King of the Desert 2, you almost always can push these in. So this is good for Lix to be doing.
I like that woodline on the right side of his base. He can wall, like, that covers half of his area, so he can wall across the front, and he'll be secure.
Yeah.
I don't like the main gold position for him. That's really, really ugly. Very inconvenient for how you could wall this area, too.
Yo's trying to lame. There's some goats on the back that Lix has not scouted yet. His pigs are fine, though. I don't think that Yo can afford to try and steal this pig. Well, now it's going to be brought in, so he certainly can't steal it. And he might not even look for the goats back there either. So Yo's unsuccessful with the lame. Never mind, I lied. He'll go for the Vil kill. Ooh, and he could get this villager as well. He will get him.
Oh, jeez. That's so unfortunate.
Amazing recognition from Lix that he could do that.
Goats.
Okay, so this is why Mezzo Civs are good. Because they can lame easily. They have higher attack than Scouts in Dark Age. They have more line of sight than Scouts in Dark Age. And this was kind of my point going into the weekend, is talking to Dave and some other players. Players saved these civilizations for round 3. So Yo did not use Mayans in game 1. Or sorry, round 1 or round 2 because he wanted it in round 3. And Lix did not have that luxury because he played versus some stronger players. Guys, Dux is not banned, by the way. Dux can... I didn't unmod him, so he can't be banned. He's just being silent, so... something to point out is Lix did not get his goats on the right. He's been too busy pushing in the zebra, so he'll need to find those for food as well. Will probably be man-at-arms for Yo. I'd say he has the advantage right now. Huge score lead. That's just because of the scouting and the extra Vil.
Yeah, that's intimidating. I mean, have you ever seen a 300 score lead?
Not at this point.
Man, I didn't even notice that. Holy.
Lix needs to go up 19 pop instead of 20 pop now. He'll be fine, though. He'll be fine. He'll be 1 Vil down. But if he gets his goats, he has a good base to go scouts. This wood line from Lix on the right-hand side looks very similar to what Yo had on the left in game 1. You remember that?
Yep.
There we go. Lix clicks up the Feudal. Yo's building his barracks. We've seen this all before. No surprises here.
Lix just found his other 2 goats. I didn't... Like, he was only on 4 goats, I guess.
Yep. Is this a drush for Yo, or is he going to build a mining camp? I guess he just doesn't have the wood yet. He'll build a mining camp there. There we are. Perfect.
Yeah. We never see drush anymore.
Yeah, it's very rare. You see drush a lot more in team games, actually, which is surprising. Like, with Mayans, you drush, full wall, fast castle plumes. It's risky now in 1v1s. So to those asking what the seeds are, I will add that for the next couple sets. But Yo was 5th seed, and then it was 22nd seed for Lix, if I remember correctly. Mr. Yo is making his militia. I love how he's pushing into zebras now. He has so much economy left. He still has 3 goats. He's walling up his base.
Those other 2 goats are slowly... He did the loop-de-loop with them. They're coming back.
Forgot about those guys.
Yeah, they went all the way to the top corner of the map, past the wood lines at the top. Now they're coming back down again.
So he could have 5 remaining goats. Okay, now this is where Lix can get some revenge. Yeah, he'll go after this eagle. after hitting Feudal Age, and Yo does the right thing and sends his militia over.
Do you remember the scout from last game?
Yes, I do.
I don't think he does it again because he's got the man-at-arms come, or he's got scouts of his own coming forward, right?
Well, it depends how many scouts he has remaining after the engagement. I think Yo needs to be patient here. What I'd like to see players do now, instead of upgrading right to man-at-arms, add a spear first. Boom! Spearman! Nice! Alright, Yo. So you add the spearman first, because if it's just 3 man-at-arms and a weak eagle, Licks with 4 or 5 scouts could kill that.
There's the scout. It's in.
It is in. Okay. And there's some hills here. This lumberjack could be in trouble.
Is there a hole in that wall?
On the left, there is. Yeah.
Okay.
There is. I don't know why he hasn't walled that. He'll probably notice it. Meanwhile, at home, we have the second scout out from Licks now. And it will be third. But this will eventually snowball on him where he'll have to fight it. It's so tough to fight man-at-arms and spears.
This is a lot of really great scouting. Licks can see exactly what Yo's up to.
And he also
knows
killed the
every
eagle.
single wall in his base, every single area that Yo is collecting resources.
Yeah, but what I don't like is how one scout is now trapped in here, and it's basically useless. The other scout on the front took a lot of unnecessary damage. So that's only 5 HP. Yo needs to go forward, though. Yo is fully walled. He needs to finally go forward with his army. This scout is so annoying.
No!
Yeah, he dies. He's dead.
Oh, Licks is hiding the villagers.
Whoa.
He's coming forward with a lot. He's sending the barn.
Oh, and Dave, he could tower the gold. I like this move.
This is why it's important for him to scout the inside of Yo's base like that. Now he knows exactly where Yo is.
He could also kill this army right now. He has enough scouts. Go for the spearmen. Go for the man-at-arms.
Good micro.
Yep.
Great micro from Licks there. Wow. What a great fight.
5 kills, 4 deaths, and 6 villagers coming forward. This is pretty extreme, man.
The tower first, and then the archer range.
Yeah. You know how I feel about forward ranges. Never a fan.
Does Yo see this? He can't! It's 1 tile away!
Oh, this is so perfect. This is so perfect. Because he's also on stone at home. So this tower backs up the next tower. And okay, Yo realizes this is happening. But Yo towers here, Dave, and then Licks can just tower on the left.
It's too late. You needed to see this earlier.
He hasn't lost a villager yet, Yo, but he's running around with the weak ones. That guy will die. Another villager could go down. Close to it? No. But my point was earlier is that now all that Licks needs to do is build another tower on the left-hand side. He has the stone for it, so why not?
Do you really want to give up this position, though?
Oh, you mean do you want to lose this tower? Yeah, I'm not sure.
Yeah. Well, he did bring 6 villagers forward, so he could always tower with that 6th one. She's hiding behind the house there.
Oh, yeah, she's there. She doesn't want to do it, man. She doesn't want to do it.
This is the Licks that we're used to before KOTD2. This is what he would always do.
It's really smart against Mayans, and I think you're right about the great scouting from that original scout. He knows that Yo doesn't have any other resources to go to in here. Now, Yo is making a few archers to send inside the tower. Licks is going to use his skirmishers to delay the repair villagers. He will need to repair here in a second as well. I love how Yo is sending the archers in there. That's such a smart move.
Yep. Reduces your villager idle time, and you still have the same amount of arrows firing.
I honestly feel like you can give up the position now, though. Build a tower on the left or build a tower on the right. Either one works as long as he doesn't lose villagers here. That's the thing. And he has 1 vill, and he goes down. But he's now attacking the gate. He now also has a lead with the tower war as he kills one of Yo's archers. Almost kills one of Yo's villagers. Yo is forced to try and house wall behind this, Dave. I'm not sure if he can do so comfortably. The tower can range some of these villagers. Oh, and she opened up the gate! Where is she going? Where is she going? What happened there? Oh, this is a disaster for Mr. Yo. What was she doing? He must have misclicked her or something. Well, now Lix gets the position. Lix will kill the tower, and you know more are on the way. And Yo doesn't have access to stone, Dave. He can't build more towers.
He's got enough to make 2 towers right now.
Oh wait, he does have. Sorry, he does have stone on the right. Anyway, continue.
Do you make one right on that gold? Oh, Yo's coming forward with those villagers. The wall is gonna die, but not in time. I think Yo is definitely gonna get this tower down.
Yo's tower doesn't protect much. I say you just tower on the left, tower on the right. Yo's just protecting some farmers right now.
You got to send 1 villager and make one on that wood line and the gold, right?
Yeah, you
Out
do
of range
for sure.
Of that Yo tower.
Dude, if Vivi had gone forward, the tower would already be up there. That 6th villager would have been placing a tower there for sure. Now it's unfortunate.
These skirmishers, though.
Yo doesn't know the
market
stones.
Trying to go down.
Oof.
From Yo, he's got to balance his eco. Like it's just ugly, man.
Now Lix has a random villager going rogue, running into the base. Well, is that intentional? Is this guy gonna tower?
He's walking like he has a purpose.
I don't know.
Oh, he's attacking the wall from inside. Okay.
This is such a Vivi tower. Such a Vivi tower, but it will work.
And the other one from Lix is gonna go. Yeah, the other one from Lix is gonna go on that goal.
Yeah.
And the Lix has the skirmishers here, so I think he can deny this tower. Or he can make it really costly for Yo.
Yeah, I think that's what it comes down to. How costly will it be for Yo to get this up? He will lose villagers if he stays here. He's losing skirms.
Is he? Yeah, okay. He'll force it down.
He will, but how messy has it been, man? It's been extremely messy. Vill count's
Delay
even.
it long enough for your tower to go down, because Yo is going to target that villager right away.
Oh.
And now he's going to make a tower to the right, maybe?
No, he's dead. I don't know where he's trying to go, but he's dead. 1 HP.
No!
We haven't looked at Lix's eco, but this really comes down to how efficient the eco is for Lix, because he has a lot of wood.
It looks good. It looks okay.
Yeah, he needs more farms. He needs more farms with that wood, but it's... While it could be better, it's fine.
He's going to balance it out forward.
Okay.
The problem here for Lix is that now he's got Yo on stone. And he doesn't know where Yo's stone is. He can't deny it. And if Yo manages to get up to Castle Age...
Yeah.
He's got those plumes.
And that's the one thing that Lix did not scout here, was that other stone. Actually, the other gold as well. Look at Yo taking the golden stone on the right.
Yeah.
I think that he should have scouted that, man.
I don't like this tower from Lix.
Yeah, it doesn't do anything. He should definitely be towering this wood line on the right, as you said. Like that should have been towered a while ago. Lix will click up to Castle Age before Mr. Yo will, though. There's the click. He's on his way. He could go knights, he could go skirmishers. He just doesn't know exactly where Yo's getting resources.
Yeah, you gotta send these villagers back now. Your push is done.
He finds out now, Dave. He finds out. He sees the stone is there. He does not know about the gold.
Yo's gonna click up. Oh my god, that's ridiculous.
It was so sloppy. So many idle vills. I think with any other Civ, he's a minute or so behind, but because of Mayans, he was able to balance it out. And he'll use the market. He has a lot of vills on gold. That's extremely messy back there. Ooh. Forward stable from Lix, huh? Okay.
Alright.
We both are thinking, we'll see how that goes. He's wide open at home. It's not walled a lot, so he's expecting to be aggressive here. Sorry, I'm casting with a colt.
Another you know what, Lix? I don't know where you're going, but please take me on this journey. I want to see where it ends.
YOLO Knights.
2 stables forward.
And another tower, which will range maybe 1 farm. I'm not even sure if the farm is being used right now. So you have options with Franks to go scouts and to go skirmisher, or sorry, knights and skirmishers, or you could commit to 3 stables and go YOLO Knights. If Yo has Spearmen, he can hold against the Knights, but as far as I can see, Yo is not aware the stables are even there. So he might be surprised by this, especially because he already sees some skirmishers. And really well done from Lix. He's just killed 3 Spearmen. I think Yo will be in trouble.
He got the tower up too, and now the Knights are coming out.
Oh, Yo is getting surprised by this man. Now he's quick-walled.
Workshop at the front too.
This is the Lix that we know. This game is the Lix that we know. As you said earlier, the funky forwards, man. It's what Lix has been known for in team games and 1v1s for a while. He's played well today.
There's the castle for Yo. The castle is super defensive. Lix can see that with the tower. He can actually range some of the villagers. I mean, it's just so ugly from Yo right now. It's so messy.
It's ugly, but it's Mayans. You know? Because it's Mayans, Mayans always have a chance in these games. Well, let's see, though. Let's see. He still doesn't have the gold and the stone on the left. And it's not like plumed archers can kill those towers. Man, if Lix just went to the gold there, Yo would lose so many vills, but he's not going there. Doesn't know about it.
I mean, Yo's gonna mine through this stone eventually. He's only got 100 left on that one. I guess Lix is gonna dip out as soon as that castle goes up. Okay. Yo's gonna have to build up quite a few plumed archers to deal with this army, especially once Mangonels come out from Lix.
Well, I think the priorities shift a bit now for Lix. I think he has to try and hold those towers up as long as possible and boom at home. And he's already added the 2nd TC. So he'll look towards a 3rd TC, and then he'll try and keep his knights working and try and keep those towers up. And oh, there's a monk. That monk's going to die. Well played, Lix. And he is going to kill a villager on stone as well. Really strong performance here from Lix.
Very lucky he didn't get a conversion, because his Mangonel would have died if he did.
Yeah, we saw that in one of the previous games, didn't we?
Husbandry, great tech from Lix. If he wants to track down these plumed archers, Husbandry will do wonders for him.
And Yo is getting pikemen, and he is at the limit for resources. He has 7 idols in his base, not working, just sitting there on the farm. Man, just imagine if Lix would have towered this gold and wood line.
Yep.
That would have been so good. Yo is right there. He could still do that, I guess. But geez, that would have been so much better if he towered there instead of this tower next to where the castle went up.
I mean, Lix has enough stone for it. He's dropping a 3rd TC at the back of his base, so his eco is starting to look pretty good.
Yep.
No harassment whatsoever this game, and he's trying to loop around with that like sneakily with that Mangonel in the corner. But I think Yo knows what's up. Yo's just like, I know you're there.
I think Yo's looking for knights actually. Oh! Are you kidding me? He saw it. Lix saw it. That was an attack round. What a play! That was a 6 shot. These plumed archers are weak. Okay, and the tower's going up on the wood line and the golds. Oh, the one plume is there, though. No! She survives, Dave! She's on 1 HP!
Send her back!
Oh, and the knights are in! Everything is falling apart for Mr. Yo, but Lix is playing so well! So incredibly well! Yo's economy is a complete disaster! I think...
The villager at the front, I think, is gonna die.
Whoa!
No! She walls herself in!
72, 73, 74, 75%. The plumes are on the way. I think she'll still die, but another villager could come forward for that. Yeah, she's dead. 89%. Lix is now trapped in here with his knights, and he gets 1 converted. It's still not the end of the world for him, though. I think as long as he's booming at home, this is fine.
He can get out. He'll kill the mining camp and get out. The towers have been... It was all part of the plan.
Good point.
The towers have been working on this mining camp for a long time.
He does need to respond to the plumes and pikemen that Yo has, though. And he needs some military back home, and he has forward stables. This is the problem. Hey, actually, Dave, tell us, what's the problem with building forward production buildings? What's the issue there?
Anything at home.
Yes.
Well, he does have something at home. He has a stable at home, and he's got husbandry. So he can get back there pretty quick. I think he'll be able to deal with this as long as he notices it early. Like, there's not too much exposed eco
Yep.
for him. And yeah, there are the knights. See, husbandry was such a good tech when you're up against plumed archers.
There are pikemen there. Pikemen have an upgrade. Chainmail's on the way, so with weak knights, I think he needs a bit more patience, but yeah, I agree. I think he might be okay. Oh, Maganel forward. Inside the siege workshop, there's two monks walking on top of one another. Will he go for the monks here? Oh! Oh! Called it! Boom! That was two, right? Or was I seeing things?
I think there was only one.
No, it was two. Chat, wasn't it two? Or was it just one? It looked like one near the end when they died. Was it one? Everyone's saying it was one. No, clip that. It had to be two. I'm not that
You're
blind. I'm not high, man. I'm high on Dayquil, maybe. Maybe that's what it is. Too much Dayquil. This stream's sponsored by Dayquil. Anyway.
Oh no, the lion. The lion's gonna kill his forward villager, I think. On the right-hand side, the pikeman and the lion. Oh no.
Yo just has this knack for staying in games. Isn't it incredible?
Yeah.
I don't know how Yo is still alive in this game, and yet it's not that bad for him. He has more military, he has his plumes, he has his pikemen. And now Lix is trying to go skirms.
He's trying to clear up his main gold as well. He's got a ram running around there.
Someone said I'm high and I know it was just one monk. Oh boy.
Oh, now that tower's never going up from Lix because Yo has cut it off with a TC.
Ouch.
Feels bad.
And if Yo gets his stone back, which he probably will, then he could have more castles in the future, which means more plumes and more pikes, and this is where things start to look better for Mayans. Unless Lix runs forward and kills the siege ram. Or not the siege ram, the battering ram.
That's a lot of knights.
Alright.
There are a lot of weak knights, though.
Yeah, he needs a monk at home to heal them, I think.
He's got a monastery forward to pick up that relic, so maybe he'll make a few and heal them up.
Yeah, I'm not a huge fan of forward buildings. It only works if you win the game early. I think now his buildings can't really be used effectively. And Yo is getting a real large mass now. But what you can do as Frank's Dave is build some defensive castles at home. One on the hill next to the ranges, one next to the TC on the front. All those things are good with Franks if you have the stone.
Yo's almost out of gold at the back.
Oh god, but I don't think Lix can fight this.
Yeah.
2 conversions, immediate conversions for Mr. Yo. And now the skirmishers come out. Will the skirms be enough for his plumes and pikemen? Not sure about this. It's very, very close. I still prefer Yo's position with the military. Lix needs to play this all in Castle Age. He needs plenty of skirms. He needs plenty of knights. You can't give up map control. Dave, continue.
Well, I mean, he's got ballistics now, and he's taken a really good fight against these plumed archers. They just ran right through his knights.
Wow, and the pikemen get chewed up as well. With a little bit of micro here, Lix can pull his knights back, send his skirmishers forward, and get the map control that he needs. And maybe he's okay. 125 population for him, just 110 for Yo.
Wait a second. 3 battering rams in his forward siege workshop. Where are these going? Lix, what kind of play do you have in mind for these Okay, they're coming out.
The TC.
There's nothing Yo can make to kill them.
I would like to see a forward castle right on this hill, right next to the TC as well. Send the Vills. Send the Vills, Lix. Go for it, man. The knights are right on top of the plumes.
That is the only gold that Yo has access to, by the way. He's out at the back, basically. He still isn't on his main gold. He's losing his Mangonel right now. The TC's going down. The skirmishers are on the hill.
And now, icing on the cake would be a forward castle. The skirmishers are killing so many plumes. Okay, now the skirmishers need to go back, I think, because that one converted knight. And there's probably a new Mangonel in here. Nice micro Lix. Lix has lots of resources, Dave. He just needs to keep it up, right? Just needs to keep doing more of the same. He has lots of wood again, so you can tell he's focusing on the micro. And he goes for the Mangonel and fails against the Mangonel. And now his skirms will die.
Oh no.
he goes through these periods where you can tell he's focusing a lot, and then his eco isn't balanced as much as, like, you know, Yo might be if he was in his position, for example, because that would count. If that would have been put into farms, I think that he could have clicked up to Imp. Yo is taking his gold back and his stone back on the left. Oh, and a huge Mangonel shot for Yo, and Yo will rebuild his TC. Now, will he kill his TC foundation with his Mangonel? Oh! No.
Do it. Do it. Do it. Do it. No.
He kills the knight he converted there, though. And Lix should not send in those knights. I don't know, man. This is so close. Lix is going to click Imp. Yo is going to click Imp. This is anyone's game. This is so ridiculously close.
Lix adding some more production buildings back. He's going to have a... He's got enough farms now, I think. He needs to add a few more, but he's certainly got the gold to produce enough Cavalier once he gets there.
Just Cavalier versus Plumes and Halb is really tough. Now, Yo has one relic. He's getting his second relic now. He's also going to get this extra gold, I believe. Now, that's something that Lix can take, and it's something that Lix can take because he has the mobility. So what I'd like to see Lix do in the Imperial Age is not necessarily fight the big ball of Plumes and Pikes. I think what he should do instead is try and hit from the sides. He could hit from the left, which is open right now, and he could hit those extra golds on the right.
Did Lix... Oh, God.
What?
Lix was making a castle near that gold, near the hill, and I think he accidentally deleted the castle instead of deleted the unit that the monk was converting.
You think
so? Or maybe
so?
he deleted it. Okay, he deleted it so he could come farther forward. All right, here we go.
Yeah, this is the castle I wanted earlier. He will kill the Mangonels, and he has the skirmishers behind. I think this castle goes up for Lix. Yo just needs to keep his Plumes alive.
Too.
Yo,
that siege workshop, man.
These forward buildings have done work. Oh my god. So Yo has 90 villagers, 15 idle. He'll lose this TC. This is the second time he's had a TC here. Big thing is that Yo just has one castle. Normally as Mayans you'd want 2 or 3 here. He has just one castle.
He's on stone for another one. He's actually on the gold to the far right of the map. He snuck a few villagers over there.
Dave, Lix needs to pressure that stone. It's exposed. He needs to use his speed. He needs to send some knights there. To the gold as well.
A couple knights.
Yeah, he needs to do that. Like, that is so important. If he doesn't do that, Yo could get another castle. And nice Mangonel shot for Yo. And now Yo is just going to wait for the Bracer upgrade. But Lix's engagements before Cavalier, very, very solid.
Just get those Mangonels on that hill there, Lix. Get him right up on the hill. Save your knights. Send a couple over to the left, couple over to the right. See what you can do with them.
Oh, he doesn't see it, but he should know. He should know. There's so many bills there he could have hit. Maybe now it's a bit unrealistic because these Plumes are getting upgraded and shifting there, but earlier it could have worked out. And oh, now the Knights go there, but now the Knights are dying to the Plumes. Elite Plumes. Well, Lix, he has his trebuchets out of that forward castle. So he has that. He could try and treb down the castles from Yo. Yo will need that for the Plumed Archers. But right now he's just attacking an archer range and a siege workshop. What do you think, Dave? Lix is still in a good spot.
Yeah, I mean, it's so easy for Lix to produce his units, right? That's the nice thing for him. And he can't deny that castle. No.
No, kill some bills though. I think
there was that one wall of his own that was blocking him from killing those vills.
I think he just needs to treb them.
And now he's seeing, oh man, he's seeing that gold on the right. Yo is counting on that gold, and Lix is getting Paladin.
What? I'd really like to see the Chivalry upgrade now.
Yo is in trouble, man. Like, Plumed Archers do decently against Cavalier. Against Paladin, though, you need Halberdier.
And Frank Paladin. Also, the Skirms are still here. Skirms are getting some decent trades. The Skirmishers for Franks are not going to do much. But well, now that chemistry's completed, it will help.
Yo's in trouble. Yo's in big trouble here.
Yo can't kill the Trebs.
Just don't lose your Cavalier there, Lix. I mean, he's denied gold from Yo on the right-hand side, so the only gold Yo can take is his main gold, which is very exposed, especially if Lix pushes in here. 170
population for Lix and 120 for Yo. And I think you're right. What can Yo do versus the trebuchets? He can't do anything. He's not in a position to have halberdier. He just has the plumes. And plumes don't kill trebuchets.
Just don't lose your cavalier, Lix. You gotta save them, man. Attack the plumes with your trebs.
Yeah, or, well, he kills the castle, or he could just create more if he has the eco for it.
Well, he's making more cavaliers and sending them to the right to kill all the villagers in that TC.
So the next batch will come forward. He can pack up his trebs now, it's fine. And the Paladin upgrade will come in. And Yo calls the GG, we're going to game 5! Wow.
That was the Lix that I know and love, right there. That's the old Lix. That's the OG Lix.
Dave, the stable that was researching Paladin, forward stable.
Oh my god! Why?
That's how confident he was, guys. The forward stable, the riskiest stable.
It makes sense because you don't want to produce from it. You want to produce from the other ones, you know? But...
I mean, I guess. I guess. Amazing learn from Lix. And we'll go on to game 5, which means that we will have Vikings and Indians. It will be Vikings for Yo. It will be Indians for Lix. So it comes down to the final game. Look at the resource difference there. Lix with a huge boom behind all that pressure. That's what I'm talking about. 10,000 more food and 6,000 more gold.
It's a great set. Wow.
Great set of games. I honestly thought 3-1 going into this. But as you said, Lix has played good in this tournament. We saw him versus Lan, was it? Or who was it? Lix versus... It was Lix versus Lan and Lix versus Max, right? And no one expected him to beat Max. He played standard the whole time. He played really strong. No one expected him to beat Yo. And he could now. But it's going to be tough for Indians. We'll see. It's going to be tough for Indians versus Vikings. So we're kind of on schedule here. After this game, we will move on immediately to Leary versus MBL, which will be in a best of 5 in the other quarterfinal. So pretty sweet day for Age of Empires 2. Welcome everybody to the stream. All my subs out there, if you could throw some salutes to the newcomers in the chat to show them what we're all about here. Maganels, thank you for gifting the subs. I know that there's still many people who have subbed and resubbed today. Haven't gotten to you all because I'm casting the games. But from the bottom of my heart, thank you for showing up, guys. It's been a great day so far.
Damn, son, you bled a lot of subs, eh?
After the 24-hour? Oh, boy.
Casual 1,000 subs? Whatever?
Yeah, that's all right.
Jeez.
It's all right. I purchased some tissues I prepared.
Yep.
Yeah, thanks again, guys. It's awesome to have you here.
Guys, if you could see the state of his ugly-ass apartment...
I knew this was going to be brought up.
More money.
I knew this was going to be brought up. And my place is a dump, man. Well, I wouldn't say it's a dump. It just doesn't have anything, right? It looks like I moved in last week.
Yep.
Anyway, 20 seconds till game 5. Who do you have your money on here? Vikings or Indians? Yo or Lix?
I've seen Yo pull off some nasty things with Vikings. He's a really good Vikings player, so I'm going to go with Yo.
Yeah, I'm kind of thinking the same, but if the civs were flip-flopped, I would think Lix, so I would just say Vikings have a slight edge. And here we are. So,
map.
Yo has Vikings, and please don't let this come down to a map. Please don't let this come down to a map. Oh, yeah, I mean, that's pretty much the response every time we see one of these maps in King of the Desert 2. Yo's map is gross. It's not the end of the world because he has multiple options, so he has plenty of wood lines to choose from.
But they're far. They're just far.
Yeah. He has a back stone. He has a back gold. That's good. But 2 golds are forward. There is a hill there as well, so it will be tough for him. Lix's map isn't great either, Dave. But it's better because he's closer to the edge of the map.
Lix is coming forward right away, too. He's going. He's moving. He's going to try and lame Yo.
Calling it right now. Whoever takes the 8 ostriches in the middle of the map wins the game.
Why are they there? Do we ever see them get taken? Like, maybe one game we saw them get taken?
Well, if you're Mongols and you're able to get them... obviously, my games are not the best example of what will happen in the pro scene, but I happen to have 4 ostriches. Let's say I was in Lix's position in that back corner, and I'd walled them in. It was amazing. I don't know why they're there, but makes it more desert-like, I suppose.
Is Lix going to find the spore right away? Oh, he's going left.
No, he's going right.
Always go right. Except now, you go left now. Now you go left.
He sees the Vil. He sees the Vil. So he must know there's a pig there. He knew it was a hunter. Or not.
And he already got hit once by the villagers, so now he can't engage. That's unfortunate for him.
Yeah, if he finds
he's
the
really
hill,
close to losing his villager at his own base, though. He's real close. That guy almost died.
he can gain the hill and be annoying at least, but yeah, it's 36 HP versus 45 HP. The only thing Lix can get away with laming here would be the goats. Look where he's sitting. So annoying. Yo's looking for him, man. Yo doesn't know where the scout is. So I think Indians have to go for a fast scout push here. Vikings have to go man-at-arms. Man-at-arms into probably archers and then maybe some pikemen in the mix. Lix needs to use his mobility because he's the horse civilization, and he needs to use his better economy, at least at the start. Vikings, of course, get free wheel, and they get free handcart, so that makes them stronger in Feudal Age and Castle Age.
What if, with Indians, you go for scouts into skirmishers, and then in Castle Age you go camel skirm, elite skirm? What do Vikings do to counter that?
Yeah, it can work, because if you have the skirms, then of course you counter the pikemen and the archers. So that's the game plan here, the game plan. But if Yo's able to do a significant amount of damage and delay Lix from doing that, that's where the concern comes in.
Yeah, you always got to be careful with Vikings too, because you got to put pressure. You can't let them boom, because they can boom.
Yep. It definitely will be Scout the Skirm, and then Camel Skirm and Castle Age, at least in an ideal world for Lix. But then, Dave, in the Imperial Age, you can't continue with Camel Skirm and Imp, because the Berserk switch is so deadly from the Vikings. Honestly, if Vikings get to fully upgraded Berserks in this game, there's not much Indians can do. Indians have gunpowder. Yeah, but Berserks are so much faster, they just avoid them. And then Vikings can mix in skirms to kill the hand cannons, right? So
we're getting a bit far ahead of ourselves.
Oh, we definitely are. We definitely are. I mean, there's not much else to talk about, but we are definitely getting ahead of ourselves.
When's the last time you saw the Berserk transition in a Pro 1v1?
Literally yesterday.
Oh, no!
Literally yesterday. It's funny.
No.
We had Vikings versus Indians yesterday. Viper versus Backed, and Backed went Berserks. Only in that case, it was one of those hybrid maps with Shorefish. So Indians were so far ahead, so it was a Civ win. But yeah, it can happen. It's certainly very difficult. So standard stuff across the board here. 20 population up. This is the norm. Indian villagers are really cheap, so you save a lot of food. So you can do this easily, even without pushing any zebras. And then you'll go for scouts. And then for Yo, 22 population up, and he'll be going man-at-arms. By the way, we're talking about build orders. How many people like the build order video on YouTube? I have a couple other ones which are going to come out. The next one I'll be doing is man-at-arms into archers. So you'll actually have an instructional tool and video to see exactly how man-at-arms works. But I'll be showing you. I'll probably get a B or a C. Yo is gonna get an A for his build order here. This is near perfect.
I watched that.
I got a D on one of them. Like, people haven't seen it yet on YouTube. I got a freaking D.
Well, like, it's like drop farms until you have 8 farms, and then you went over to the economy tab and you had like 3 villagers building farms.
Yeah.
And it said you only had 5. But
Yeah.
you had like 3 builder bills.
I
You're like,
noticed.
oh, I guess I need more farms. It's like you can just count to 8.
Well, the thing is, I would normally play it out a bit differently than that build order video or the build order guide, I guess. So my order of the farms would be a bit different, and I'm convinced that it's a bit off, but I'm just defending my reputation, that's all. YouTube definitely pointed that out, and who's going to win this Scout War?
It's definitely going to be Lix.
Yep.
Because he has the plus attack. And the ostrich getting in the way.
See?
Yo lives another day.
I told you, ostriches. That was one of MBL's biggest pet peeves with the map. Ostriches, man! Why?
What are these stupid birds? Why?
Dave's MBL impression is so much better than mine. Interesting that Yo's running out. In previous games, actually, in the game before, Yo waited for a spearman.
Is he gonna pick off this villager. He sees her. He's got the scout there.
Oh, this is so good. This is so sneaky. Lix doesn't see this yet. Can he
Lix
react?
saw them run over the wall, though. He saw them run over the wall. Whether he noticed or not, I don't know. He's kind of busy at the gold from Yo.
This is a complete surprise to him. Oh my god.
Oh, no. He's gonna save them, I think. Yeah.
Just
but
the
still
fact.
a lot of idle time.
Yeah, just the fact he had to leave was a big deal, and he didn't do any damage to Mr. Yo. Now this is where Vikings are very strong because they get that free wheel upgrade, so it's so easy for them to just cruise through Feudal while creating military. Well, I think Lix needed to keep an eye on that. You remember when the scouts were fighting and then Yo ran away and we made the joke about the ostrich? That was when Yo was distracting the scouting, distracting the eyes from Lix, so Lix wouldn't be aware of that. That was well played.
Lix is running around Yo's base. We've seen this the last 3 or 4 games.
Yep.
He's just running around with scouts. Yo has to leave those zebra over there, so he's caused a bit of idle time, but definitely worse for Lix at the moment.
Yep. And here's the thing, you would never want to go archers in this situation. So all he'll make is a few skirmishers because he wants to save the gold for fletching. Oh, but Yo runs into the TC, fires slightly.
He can deal with this. Once he has like 4 or 5 skirmishers, it's just going to be annoying, right?
Yep. Yeah, that's not ideal to be on stragglers for that long. Very inefficient. But Lix needs to keep his
gold villagers from Yo. He's going to pick off one.
He'll get a villager? Yep, he should get him. Or her, sorry. 2019, maybe it's him, who knows. He gets him or her as well. Boom!
Got him.
Alright. Honestly, I think that makes it a bit dangerous because now he has low scout numbers, but we'll see. Maybe it's worth it. I think 2 vills, it's worth it. 1 vill might not be worth it. It's very important to have a massive scouts with your skirmishers. Now he's creating a few more. Makes sense. It's they. Oh, I'm sorry, guys. It's they. Yes. Fight with vills here, Lix. Or run away. These man-at-arms so strong.
Foraging. It doesn't matter. Just keep foraging those berries. Picking those berries. We're good.
1 range for Yo, and he's trying to wall up his base. Interesting to me, he's only going for 1 range here. I think you need to try and gain a numbers advantage. But he's going for the eco approach instead. Plenty of farms going up for Mr. Yo.
I've seen Yo do this with Vikings before. Just wall up. Just, like, stop the pressure from the opponent, and then he'll come in with an earlier imp and that arbalest ball. And just completely demolish the other person.
Well, if you think about it, all that he's really fought with, offensively, were 3 men-at-arms. And he's bought himself about 4 or 5 minutes.
Yep.
Now he's adding his own stable at home, and this is why I said Lix needs his own scouts, because this gets interesting. Lix lost most of his scouts. He's going with only skirms, which is great. It's going to counter the archers, sure. But what he won't have a counter to is if Yo makes a few scouts of his own. And he can afford to do this with the Vikings' economy. So 3 or 4 scouts from Yo with archers, this could be really deadly.
Yeah, Lix needs even a couple spearmen, and then you just keep them real close to your skirmishers.
All right.
But you gotta have them there, otherwise a couple scouts will completely demolish this entire army.
Yep. The difference here is that Yo's archers can kill the scouts from Lix, and then the skirmishers that Lix has cannot do any damage to Yo's scouts. So this is what will probably happen is Lix will get surprised and Lix will lose numbers and Lix will have to run back home. But okay, he now sees the scouts from Yo, so at least he realizes what's coming. Could have been much worse for Lix because now he realizes the situation and can at least adjust.
I'm very confused, that wall from Yo at the backside. We can look at it later.
It is a bit weird. I'm confused he's running forward. I thought that's what you were going to say.
No. He's getting scale, too.
Yo's getting scale, yeah. I think that Lix is forced to make more scouts. I'm just confused why he stayed on that hill for so long. Because he's outnumbered now. And he's going to lose some HP at the very least. Yeah, Yo's wall is kind of funny. Must not realize where the edge of the map is.
He knows exactly where it is, and he sees the wood line, too. Like, the house and the wood line. That's where you got a wall. But
this fight could be the whole game, honestly. Whoever gets momentum going into Castle Age can decide this. Because if Vikings get it, Indians will really struggle. And I think the only way Indians can win this matchup is if they have some momentum going into Castle. Vikings have that flexibility versus Indians, I think, to come back a bit. And oh my god, the micro from Yo was so good there.
Well,
but now let's see.
Lix is gonna keep running. He has scouts of his own. Yo has the arm, but all the range from Yo is gonna die.
The start to the engagement was great. Yo dodged to the skirmishers, but then he just sat there with his archers. And now all of his archers are dead. What was that? That was weird.
He didn't move him at all.
He just sat there, and now his archers are dead. The skirmishers that Lix has remaining can kill the spearmen, and he's fine. Wow, that was weird.
He's got scouts left over to harass too.
And Yo's actually creating more scouts, Dave. Weird.
It's forced Yo to drop a tower near his main gold too, which isn't something you really want to see. Ideally, you could just wall and prevent them from coming in.
So you know what? His wall, and people were talking about it, his wall isn't too bad. Because he wasn't aware, when he placed the wall, he wasn't aware where Lix had his army. And he knew he had scouts, so he didn't want to wall too far forward. So it makes sense, and he'll wall diagonally. Just a bit safer. I do think now Lix can just click up to Castle Age, so he should have a faster castle time than Yo. And Yo, of course, will have to go to Stone, so he has the Stone for TCs in the next stage. Advantage Lix right now, Dave. This makes this a game, because as I said, I think Indians need that lead going into the next stage.
Yeah, Yo was really casual about that fight. He started off well, and then Lix just had the right idea.
Yeah.
Lix is up first against Vikings. Wow. Okay.
Yeah, I freaked out when I saw the micro because he dodged. I was like, oh, this is great micro. And then he just sat there next to the skirm. It was really weird. I don't know if he was doing something else. I consider Yo the faster player. And oh, Lix is trying to sneak in here again. He's done this virtually every game. But he can't sneak past. Alright.
He's still trying.
Ooh, I wonder if Yo, as he recognizes that Lix's scouts are forward, will try and snipe the skirms. Here he comes.
It's a bunch of spears there.
Yep. Does he commit to it, though, and kill the spearmen? Nah, 3 spearmen. Really close game. Whoever wins this moves on to the semifinals to face the winner of Viper and TaToH, and that matchup will be tomorrow. Oh, this is intense, and this is exactly what we expected. Camels and skirmishers from Lix. 2 ranged skirms, 2 stable camels, incoming. And for Yo, he's just making crossbows, and I guess he can make some knights, but obviously that's tough against Indians. The wood line's forward for Yo. That can be ranged. The upgrades will come in a bit earlier for Lix, and he kills an archer. This is looking very good for the underdog.
It's been every game like this, though.
You're
Lix
right.
takes the advantage. There's only that Mongols versus Berber game. Like, Lix has taken the advantage early every single game.
Yo immediately builds a tower when he sees that Lix is up. And he will get the tower up before Elite Skirm completes. And before Bodcanero completes. And nice job from Yo to recognize that. Nice job from Yo to not lose any villagers. Yeah, well played there.
Look at Yo's wood. 800 wood.
TCs, man. He wants TCs. He will boom. He will boom big time.
He's got a Siege workshop too, so he's just going to delay, I guess. He's going to sit at home and make Lix apply pressure.
Well, in his walls, he has his main gold. He has his main stone. He has his secondary gold. He has multiple wood lines. There's not a lot walled out here. Look at the houses for Lix. This is weird. You see his houses just randomly in his base? Most players house wall, but Lix chose not to do that. That's weird.
It looks so nice on the minimap, though. It's like evenly spaced.
On the minimap it does, but then you actually look at it, it looks disgusting. That's farm space, man. I'm no farm expert, but that's what I would do. So the skirmishers, the camels, and the scouts are looping around. They have not scouted the siege workshop yet. And Yo is now getting his armor upgrade for his crossbows. He has a lot of them. And he's building his second TC. He's just being patient, Dave. He knows he has a stronger eco as Vikings. He's not concerned with pushing out. I like it.
He's going to see the army coming in here from Lix. Lix is going to see that TC going down there from Yo, and he's going to see the Mangonel as well.
Okay.
So he knows the danger.
Lix could try and micro this, but it's very risky, and the Mangonel shot lands. That's the risk of running forward there. Yo has just set up his base perfectly to defend. This is why he walled so much.
Okay, Lix is getting ballistics again. We've seen this. This is the third game in a row where he's, or not in a row, but in this series where he's had skirmishers against crossbows, and he gets ballistics to deal with them.
What he doesn't have is +2. He doesn't have the defense upgrade, though, which I'm not a fan of. Because the crossbows can actually kill the skirmishers at this point. In these numbers, especially because a few of them are weak. So I think he needs to wait. Oh, he's getting the upgrade for the camels instead. Well, before the Indian Civ was patched, they would have free pierce armor. They don't now, so I'm not sure about chain barding. But Lix will commit to this fight. This is really
and
tough.
ballistics is in now too.
And Chaden Barty completes, and Lix dodges the Mangonel. He kills the Mangonel, and he's killing the crossbows.
It's bad for Yo, man. He went too far out. You got to stay at home.
Just after I mentioned that as well, he ran out. I really thought that Yo could have taken a better engagement there, but Lix's micro was on point, and he's chewing up the crossbows. Dave, well, again, not every game, but multiple games this series, this happens, and Yo somehow finds a way back. But
that siege workshop from Lix. Ambitious?
And very ambitious.
A little ambitious. I'm down with it, though. Let's go.
He's also going to his third TC. I believe Yo is on the same, right? Yep, Yo is on the same.
Oh, he repositioned it.
Oh, the siege workshop? Yeah, it's got to be on the hill, right? In a way, this is similar to the last game, where Lix was being aggressive, Yo was being defensive, and it was giving Lix time to boom behind, but the economy is actually a bit stronger for Yo.
Yeah, and Lix isn't cutting off half of Yo's res like last game.
Yeah.
But Yo is once again going too far out. Like, he's going too far, man.
Oh, the camels run in.
Just gonna run in.
And Yo fails the wall. I don't know how much he gains from that, really. We'll see. And the skirmishers are attacking crossbows. This is a sloppy game. Lix needs to see the Mangonel and run. He does run. He runs in. He runs in after the Mangonel.
He's idling all the farmers in the eco as well. The Mangonel goes down, but those skirmishers, man.
So weak. Yeah, I haven't seen enough yet from Lix here. I think that one time Yo went too far forward and there Lix committed too much. The camels all died, right? Yeah.
I'm confused why he ran in with the camels like that. Like, keep those 4 camels in that fight, and I think you can push Yo back there and kill a lot of his units.
Well, we've seen it a few times where he's able to run around and do damage, but not against crossbows. Not against crossbows.
Well, not with camels too. Like, camels don't do very well against villagers. They don't have enough attack.
Yep. Now 1-for-1 with the Mangonels on the front. And finally, leather archer armor is coming in for the skirmishers. It's such a big upgrade when you're fighting versus crossbows. I guess now it doesn't matter all that much. But earlier, I think it did matter a bit.
Ooh, that shot was real close.
Close to killing the crossbows and damaging the TC. So I think Yo will build up towards a castle soon. Look at his resources, man. Vikings are insane. So ideally for Yo, he gets a good Mangonel trade and then builds a castle right in front of this TC. And Lix has to stop that from happening. And more camels are on the way to kill the Mangonel.
Second siege workshop from Lix too. He's all in castle here.
Yeah, he has to. Yo is about to click up to Imp, and that's the power of the Vikings. Lix is nowhere near. Obviously, he's making lots of camels as well, which will slow down his Imp time. Crazy that Yo is up right now, and he's definitely going to build that castle.
Lix sees the villagers running out there.
Oh!
He knows they're there.
Oh! 1 Mangonel shot, 2 Mangonel shots!
Bring the camels over? This is looking dicey for Yo.
This is super dicey. I think Yo will castle the other side yet, next to the gold. You know what I do if I'm Yo? I hope and pray that you can defend with Mangonels. I certainly wall behind the TC, just in case it goes down. But I think I eventually send the crossbows forward and hit Lix's base when he hits Imp. Or when Yo hits Imp, he should get Arbalest and go immediately to the economy from Lix.
There's a Mangonel.
Oh, jeez.
Oh, it's not gonna die. It is gonna die.
It finally dies, but how many camels had to go down for that? Way too many.
As soon as Yo gets Arbalest, this whole army from Lix is just super exposed.
Yep.
Once he gets that extra range and extra attack, Yo can just run around and snipe all of these Mangonels.
Oh, the micro from Yo. The split there. The Mangonel shot. The micro again! And with the crossbows and the Mangonel. Oh, it's risky though.
Dangerous. Dangerous! Danger!
Oh, jeez.
Oh my god, he's still alive!
I think he's going to go immediately into Berserks. He's making the Berserks right now. He has another Mangonel on the way. He will repair the TC and use his Vils. Fire. Boom. Huge shot. Excellent micro from Yo. Are you kidding me? What is this? Oh, I think we jinxed him. Yeah, I think. Yeah. Ouch. We jinxed him.
Still, 2 Mangonels going down.
Yeah.
TC is still. How is that TC still alive?
I don't get
understand.
It. Crazy. And he's not going for Arbalest. All right, he is.
He's going for Berserk.
Going for Berserk.
I don't know, man. I would rather the Arbalest, to be honest.
I think at he saved his units, it would have been
ideal. That castle, Yo. That castle, man.
Well, now, dude, he doesn't have any crossbows to kill the camels now. He has to rely on the Berserks, and Chieftains is on the way, which makes the Berserks much, much stronger versus the camels. But right now, I don't think is the time for the castle. I think he needs to build it somewhere else or just be more patient. At least he deleted it. A certain Serbian out there would not have deleted that castle and could have been problematic.
That Mangonel is on 2 HP. Let's see how much damage it can do. No, never mind.
Yeah, okay, he's going to build the castle inside his base. That's a better move.
The economies are even now. Lix is caught up.
Yeah, but Lix has yet to click up to Imp, man. He's forced to invest in Castle Age to defend from this, really. It's so costly. He's lost so many camels. And now he's going to lose his Mangonels. He's going to lose all of his Mangonels in the front. And I think the camels get wrecked by the Berserks after Chieftains. Chieftains makes the Berserks stronger versus Cav.
Yeah, and the only answer he has to Berserks is hand cannons, and he's not even in.
Yeah,
so.
he could try and go Cav Archers, but that opens up Yo to go Skirmishers.
You know, they're not doing too bad against it. They're not doing that bad against Berserk. It's because the Berserks are just non-elite. That's why.
Yeah.
They need the elite upgrade.
And now Forging's on the way. Yo has 2 castles to produce these things. And Yo has scouted a decent portion of the map to get the extra stones and to get the extra golds and to get the relics. I don't know if Lix can come back here, Dave. He needs Imp. He needs to buy himself time. He needs to get to Gunpowder. But you can only get to Gunpowder after completing the chemistry upgrade when you're in the Imperial Age. We're talking 50th minute he'll have a response to this. He does not have a response to this right now.
Yeah, I think Cav Archer, that's his response.
Yeah, he's almost forced to go Cav Archer because he needs something now. And, okay, he is making them.
Once Yo gets Elite Berserk, but Elite Berserk's really expensive. So
Dave, look at Lix's mining camp on the forward, next to the forward siege workshops.
Oh yeah, that's bad. That is bad.
Oh my god.
Oh my
We've talked about Doubt Castles in this game, but what about Doubt mining camps? We have.
Did he want to like save the space for a TC so he could have the mining? I don't know.
I can't explain that. If it was wood, then maybe he saw. I can't make any explanation for this. But the reason is because he's doing a lot. Okay.
He's rebuilding it.
Obviously, Lix, who is probably streaming this in Chinese right now, is stream cheating. He heard about it. He's fixing it. Look at the resources Yo has. Insane resources. This is all before Elite Berserk.
Once he gets Elite Berserk, it's... Oh, man. It's not good.
And he can also castle this forward stone to take control of more stone. That's probably his next move. And he sees his opponents going Cav Archers with the line of sight of the Treb. and he can go... I would just go Arbalest. He could go Skirm, but...
Forward castle here? Okay. Okay. It's aggressive.
Forward castle. Lix has to address that. And, you know, just delete it. Be patient.
These Berserks have 5 Pierce armor.
Before Elite. They're nuts, dude. They're crazy good now. It's not like the old days where they were very rare.
And they regain HP. So the Cav Archers are doing 3 damage to them. And then they're healing that up.
I think
and
Lix
here
is
comes
dead.
Elite Berserk. There's nothing he can do.
No. There's no response to Elite Berserk. Heavy Cav Archer. I mean, maybe, but look how much ground he's lost here, and it's so easy for Yo to transition. Yo also has the speed with these things. 16 attack. Will be 18 attack soon. Trebuchet's coming forward. These will be produced out of 3 castles. The Heavy Cav Archer is the hope for Lix. He's hoping that will be enough, but I'm not so sure.
There's another castle going forward from Yo.
Wow.
That one's gonna be the knockout blow for sure.
Yeah, I think so. Lix is at 130 population. He's experienced. He knows this is bad. He doesn't even have wood at the back of his base now, so he has to go forward now. And he cannot stop that castle, that's for sure. And after this whole best of 5, which has been amazing, it's been back and forth. I think Yo's gonna do what people expected him to do today and win the best of 5 and go to the semifinals. And he will wait for whoever wins tomorrow between TaToH and Viper. So maybe TaToH can get the upset there. Lix was close today in this set. Don't want to call it too early, Dave, but Yo is everywhere. Yo is everywhere.
Yeah, Yo's losing a lot of Berserks, but I mean, he's killing a lot too. Lix is on a desperate hunt for wood in the north.
Yeah.
And just lost his monk with the relic, and now Yo's gonna probably see that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He was planning on that. That was intentional from Yo. He killed the monk, now getting the relic, now killing the lumber. And the population's just getting worse and worse for Lix. Yo is scouting everything. Look at his scouting on the map. This is insane. He knows exactly where Lix is getting resources. He's killing villagers in Lix's eco in 2 areas. And then he's pressuring the south, he's pressuring the north. It's near impossible now for Lix to come back.
He's not giving up. He's getting Prythian tactics. He knows this is the last game.
Yeah.
But there's nothing... Like, he's got to hope that Yo goes AFK. Yeah, GG.
Yep. What a series, man. What a performance from Lix. Salutes in the chat for Lix, because he played really well. Lix, I'll bring up the brackets here in a moment, but he beat Max to get here. Max was 4th seed in this tournament, and he had the upset there, and he almost had the upset here today versus clanmate Mr. Yo. But as expected, Mr. Yo will go to the semifinal, and as I've said a few times already, he will be waiting for the winner of Viper and TaToH. What a series, man. I hope the next series is like this. That was awesome.
Yeah. Lix really impressed me. Yeah, I mean, Yo needs to find a way to mesh this late game experience where he turns things around with a better start. You know? Because he was really struggling in the starts against Lix.
Yeah, if he had Lix's Feudal Age combined with his Castle Age and Imp, then he would be insane. But it was really just the starts for Yo. Yeah, exactly. I agree. Yo with 201 kills there. It came down to Lix investing so much into Castle Age and it not paying off. 23,000 food for Yo, more stone for Yo, and he would have had much more gold, much more wood, much more of everything if that game would have continued. And all right, that means that in a few minutes we'll